Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Thank y'all so much for waiting. Apologies for that late start. I forced Red at gunpoint to make me a new mech, so my bad. How we doing, folks? Red, what's happening?
Nothing much. We're just going to get right back into the game of Lancer, where we left off on a pretty interesting story beat. You sort of up one mini arc, and now you're sort of moving on to the next. So I haven't really given my players free reign to just roleplay and do whatever the hell they want in a while, so that's what this session's going to be entirely about. My players can do as much roleplay as they want, and I'm going to let them take probably 2 downtime actions.
Ooh,
Why not?
Nice.
And I'll let them go in any order they like. They don't have to roll off if they don't want to, but if they want to, I'm not going to stop them.
I like rolling. I'd be down to roll, but if somebody specifically wants to go first, you can do that too.
I'm good with a roll.
Doesn't matter to me.
I got an 8.
He's rolling.
I got a 9. Fuck you, Derek.
Oh,
Oh my god! What is this? Roll off. Okay, hold on. Can we replicate that? Can we replicate that?
Oh shit.
You very clearly won that.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't, because now that's gonna be my best roll of the session right there for initiative in a non-combat session.
A 20 to 19.
Yeah.
And a 20.
No more good rolls for you.
Nope, that's the end of that one, folks.
Mine was perfectly balanced. A 20 and a 1. I'm okay with that.
Perfectly balanced in every
It
way.
negates itself that way.
All right.
You just have average rolls for the rest of the session.
So starting in reverse
I'm
order,
okay
starting with
with
Derek,
that.
I'd like to get a recap for this session.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So we brain do the thinking. We met
Big mood.
with the eco-terrorist who threatened me at gunpoint to get into his car and drove me out into the desert. He paid me a whole lot of money, which I did share equally. Then he gave me a whole spiel about I'm a professional fall guy, I'm not an eco-terrorist, but there's actually some bad shit that's going on here because of the SSC and them seeding biomechanical abominations. So if we don't do something about it, then this entire sector is going to get overrun probably, and that's bad for a lot of innocent people. And I told him that I kind of had my own concerns, but this seems like a good enough start as far as Reichard was concerned. However, there's a whole lot of Harrison bad guys that probably might get in our way, and also the SSC are likely also going to be getting in our way, and that's probably where I'll leave it off.
Very, very good.
I had to think.
I think Elise is up next.
Yeah, we had some really interesting stuff going on last time. My thing I remember in particular is that we figured out all that stuff about the biotech and all of the thing about the hive world, blah blah blah, and Suki and Reichard are going to be working on a custom NHP designed to cascade.
Yep.
And just destroy the hive. But in the meantime, they have to work on a backup plan in case that doesn't work.
Yep.
And figure out how they're gonna evacuate people.
Sounds good.
And I will let everybody else go. I don't want to take up too much.
Sounds good. Thank you, Natalie.
I'm blinking a little bit on what happened after that. I remember what I did, how I killed Spencer. But I think that might be later on.
No, that was during combat.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
here. Umezana. I don't think anybody's mentioned anything about
No, we have
Umezana
not.
yet.
Nope, not yet.
Let me put this guy up again. This fellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the Harrison guy.
Dude. Yeah.
Commander Cranky.
You like it.
What?
Commander Cranky. What is this, fucking Donkey Kong?
I was thinking Cranky Kong as well.
That's why Cranky
I love
Kong's so
Donkey
cranky. He doesn't have his mech anymore. Oh, man.
I remember that he told us that those mech bugs that we fought a while back were part of a larger hive that are eventually going to spread out and kind of destroy everything on this planet, for starters. And that we should first try and evacuate the people of this planet before moving on to try and figure out where the queen bug is located. And hopefully if we destroy her, then the rest of the hive will just kind of die off, or, I don't know, be listless and not know what to do.
You pray it's Tyranid logic. Very good, very good.
Or they're gonna conglomerate into one super giant bug and kill us.
Yeah, that's totally what I'm gonna do. And Omni, do you have anything to add? If you don't, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I do, more or less. So, in addition to all that, we did have to make it appear as if the guy who's now hiring us died, so we engaged in a mock battle to kill him.
We didn't know it was a mock battle.
Well, we did,
At the
but yeah,
time,
Reichert
you know.
most assuredly did.
Yeah,
and
I wasn't even
there'll
there.
be-
That was my NHP piloting my drone, my mech.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's a conversation that we had afterward that, as I recall, got mildly physical as a result of the level of deception that Reichert has shown. We killed the guy, not knowing that he wasn't in there, which satisfied our HA contractor, aka Mr. Commander Cranky, who we then basically told, thank you, we did our job, now fuck off. To which he said, okay, we don't like you, but at least you did the thing. We would have preferred to have him alive. To which we said, that's too tough. Reichardt's like, yeah, too bad. Too bad he's not alive. After we find out he actually wanted to hire us, he's done playing Patsy, as we mentioned. He's a professional fall guy, and he's not a bean. That would make him cooler, but he is still pretty good. And then after that, we spent most of the session arguing about what to do next, which, yeah, all came down to a nano plague, which is tied to Shimano and SSC, and also the whole thing with trying to get people off world. We have the effectively Pharaoh Plague NHP idea that's being pursued.
Yep.
And then the other side of it seems to be, let's see if we can find the core of this thing and kill it before it goes super critical. That seem to be the only two real solutions, and 3 is get the planet evacuated or ready to evacuate anytime.
Yeah, I think where we
Solid.
ended on that was we need to do all 3 of those things.
Pretty much, yeah. It was the idea of any one of these is a viable option, but all 3 is probably the best move.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to cover all our bases so we
Pretty
can
much.
prevent the hive from spreading and killing several million people.
A Hail Mary, a backup, and planning for failure, do all 3. And that's basically, I think, what it is. It's just sort of a wrapping up of it all together.
I believe we left off with the group deciding they were going to have a meeting with Call and Angel.
Yes, because we do need to talk about that. That's it.
So, I'd be done with picking up there.
Sure, that works for me.
Derek, I actually have some music for this scenario.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Suspense.
Hello.
I actually just made this like half an hour ago.
Ooh.
All right, I'm glad you don't like it. Shit, just get out.
Music pod. I know when I'm not welcome.
Were you pulling it up in the music bot?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Like I said, this is literally something I made half an hour ago. Flaws on also. Shut up. Yeah.
Perfect.
You're gonna be at the mayor's place, which is obviously next or attached to the place where you store your max. So you're gonna have to go there anyway. And I do not have illustrations of the mayor and Angel yet, but I will for next session right now. Because yeah, you're gonna be dealing with them a lot, so forgive me.
So
Just listening
I
to
guess...
the music. Sorry.
No, I feel you. It's quite pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm liking your music lately, Red.
Do we have reserved parking spots in the mech hangar now?
Yeah.
Saved the planet parking spot.
Woo!
Well, I imagine then that Arbalest would... Ooh, I like this. Would eventually park his mech, get out, and wait for everyone else to head up to the office. Sort of tapping his foot. Nervous, clearly.
Yep. There is an elevator, but obviously, I mean, you're not expected to walk up like 10 or 12 flights of stairs.
That's fair. Oh, God. This is Mass Effect. Every one of us is going to have elevator moments, aren't we?
Yeah, where you wait for like 7 minutes as it loads. God, I hated that Mass Effect one.
How could it be
So,
such a good
Ash-
game and in such a small instance have such a long loading time?
Hey, Ashley, why are you racist? I don't know. I still feel kind of racist. Okay, what do you think, Xeno
Not a
partner?
good character
Oh, I
arc.
think she's kind of racist. Yeah. Get out of elevator and pretend not to talk about that for the rest of the day.
Light jog.
God, what a good character arc.
I know. Oh, boy. She had a great character arc that ended on Vermeer wonderfully. Every time.
Yep.
Anyway, so Gentry, I imagine, in the elevator just kind of like, as we're going up. So, I'm just going to ask a dumb question then. Are we going to tell Angel about our new employer?
Of course not. What are you, mad?
What do you mean, of course not? We are.
See, this is exactly why I ask the dumb questions out loud, because I think no one fucking thinks about them before I do it.
Why would we tell them about...
Why
the
wouldn't
whole
we
contingency relies on him being dead. Do you think that they can't just drag information out to people these days? You're exposing them. It's keeping them safe not telling them.
On the other hand, not telling them might lead to them possibly interfering in our work. Especially if our friend gets spotted and they start committing great deals of resources to hunt him down, or God forbid HA gets involved again.
If they start using resources to hunt him down, then that's resources they're wasting on getting people off this rock. That can't happen.
Exactly.
If we explain what's going on, it can be taken care of. Both Call and Angel are reasonable people.
I do agree with keeping our circle of trust small on it, though, at least.
It's not like we're gonna go public about it. They need
Right.
they need to know because they're on the need-to-know basis.
Alright.
I don't like it, but
Checking your
alright.
communicator, like that fucking clip of you stuffing that atlas into the back of your mech and then having it explode. That thing is like gone like more than viral. It's like all over the fucking nearby systems. It's millions and millions of likes and views and stuff like that.
Getting famous on TikTok.
And there's a bunch of comments that are just like fake, and they're just like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" And it's just like, "Check out this new Ethereum mining thing." It's just like all these fucking random comments on there. Lancers in your area.
Hot single lancers in your area.
Single answers in your area.
Lancers are looking for love.
Nuts and bolts and 18
Nuts
plus
and
Lancer
bolts,
magazines.
that's the
Bolts.
best thing.
Damn.
They're for Lancers. It's called Nuts and Bolts.
Oh, God. Well, I know if I ever need to make some quick money, I guess I'm going to start making some episodes of Nuts and Bolts and printing them out. Anyway.
Let's go.
Yeah. So, satisfied, Arbel's just going to lean against the elevator and wait to head to the top.
Okay. You reach the top, and your good chum, pal, buddy, friend, Sparrow, is like leaning against the wall outside the office with his arms crossed. Oh, haven't you stirred things up a wee bit?
Just a little bit, I'd say. Nice to see you.
Sure. He'd like run his fingers through his hair, and he had like very dark brown, almost black colored hair, and it was greasy from all the work he'd been doing during the day. He'd just run his fingers through it. So, gonna have to ask you to turn over any sort of personal firearms you might have on your person.
Every time. If we were gonna shoot him by now, he's gonna reach over, like, unclasp, like, the robotic arm that, like, bears the weight of the particle accelerator on his back, and just take the whole thing, put it in his hands, pull the sidearm to make sure that it's secure, then click it back in, press a button, and it just goes quiet and dark. Sleep mode, don't touch the green button. And if you do touch the green button, get yourself rad treatment. You know the drill. And pat him on the shoulder and walk past.
Gobshite. He like sat them up and down on the ground, just very willy-nilly, like, clunk. Gracias. Turn him over, please. I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I hand over my heavy signature, my big fuck-off attachment for my strange energy weapon.
Take it and set it against the wall with...
Are we in our mix? Or are we
No,
just...
you're
Or on foot.
These are your personal weapons that you're turning over.
I hand him the thermite charge as well, like, don't drop that.
Fucking tool, you're bringing explosives into a building?
You never know when you're gonna need it.
Ah, you thick. He says he fucking just gently set it down. The two of you, he gestured to Suki and Arkin. I know you're carrying something, come on.
I don't think I have any weapons unless, I mean, I do have this clay mine.
He just looks at he's just like absolutely in disbelief.
Arkin's just like, I don't have any weapons except for this bomb pussy.
You fuckers keep bringing... this will stay between us, but you owe me one. That fucking twat, and then now you got explosives.
Oh, it was a gift, actually.
Oh, you know, just go to the fucking party and I get, oh, here, I got you something you really like. It's sure to make a big boom wherever you go.
It was actually a gift bag. Part of a gift bag I was given at the premiere of Space Pirates of the Constellation. Thank you very much.
That's a good one. That's a really
That's
good one.
actually really fun, yes.
Constellation. I'm a fan.
Holy shit, that got me off guard.
It's a good one.
You're an idiot. He says he just took it from you. Alright. Suki.
She held out her hands. She genuinely didn't have anything on her. She left her weapons in the Baylor.
It's strange how the cultist is the one that has the most sense not to, like, bring a fucking weapon into a building. Anyway, on you go, you fucking bombs. He just gestured to the door.
Suki seemed to be thinking about something, and then a little light bulb went off above her head, and she just kind of turned and looked at Shay. We'll talk later.
Oh, will we?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, that depends how this meeting goes. Come
She'd
on,
shake
you
her
can
head
go.
and head down the hall, and she'd shoo him off, like, go away, and start heading
Well,
down the hall.
you can't open a bloody door by yourself. Come on, you idiots.
Uptime just opens the door.
Can I
and
just, like,
leans
grab
on it.
Shay and shove him in
Uptime?
the elevator?
What world are you in right now, Omni? You said uptime.
I'm gonna reach it over.
My brain is on fire today, folks.
He's in fucking
Arbalest
cyberpunk
opens-
land right now.
Oh, I didn't
Clearly.
know you said uptime.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, Arbalest opens the door. Thank you. Clearly, Arbalest is not Hispanic, and Uptime is not Australian. So that's the easy way to pick it out.
I walk in.
Yeah, Arbalest.
Okay. You guys have been in this office plenty of times now. It's a really nice office. It has a nice view of the street below. Like, one of the entire walls is literally just a fucking window, and it has like a screen up on it. And there's all sorts of like random shit on it, and it's sort of like the screen goes up into the ceiling, so it's kind of like almost like a skylight if you'd want. And big desk, plenty of like minimalist looking electronics as you'd imagine. Bookshelves, but that don't have books on them, probably just like electronic files and stuff like that. And sitting in an upholstered chair is Mayor Call, and near on the opposite side of the desk, sitting near the window, is Angel, the sheriff of the sort of one-horse town that you guys started in to begin with.
Afternoon, boys.
Have a seat, the mayor says as he gestures, and there's only chairs enough for like 2 of you, so figure that one out.
Arkin immediately sits down, just like, oh yes, thank you.
I'll
Of
stay.
course one of the chairs would be for me.
He just shrugged like, whatever.
Or rather, she probably walks up to one of the chairs and then looks expectantly behind her for someone to pull it out so she can sit down.
I think Arbalest would give a very deep sigh and just pull it back, and then let her sit and then push it forward again, and then lean back on his legs, and just be a click as the exoskeleton, like reinforcement on his body, sort of locks the joint so he can just stand there comfortably.
So, right, there's a big glaring issue. I owe you guys a lot of pay because you got the HA off our backs, and now Fencer's gone, presumably. I've seen the clip. Looks pretty convincing to me, but played up. He'd look over at Arkin.
Did you not see me stuff him into my compartment and then get out of my mech before it exploded? I don't know how much more dead. I mean, I guess I could have handed him the clay mine before I stuffed him in the compartment.
No, I saw the video. Everybody has. One of you needs to turn over your communicator.
Suki would toss it to him.
He'd catch it. And he'd start scrolling through it. So, Riker, he'd gesture with the code, with the communicator to Riker with.
Just looking out the window, squinting kind of hard, like I'm looking off at something in the distance.
You
Okay.
were-
Trying really hard to be cool.
No, trying really hard not to make eye contact.
you were kidnapped by this professional terrorist, and you somehow managed to get a GPS signal out. Tell me how that works.
Are you familiar with NHPs?
No, I live under a fucking rock. Yes, I'm familiar with NHPs.
Right, well, where I come from, we have a symbiotic relationship with them. I'm, what you might call a half and half. Half synthetic, half organic.
I thought you were going to say milk and cream, but do continue.
Well, part of me is really easily deconstructed and put inside of a mech. That's why I'm able to fight so easily and control so many things at once. The other reasoning behind that is that this physical body that you see before you is, well, it's only half physical. The other half is consistent of hard light. Materially immaterial.
Fucking casual.
So, how does
I'm a
that
machine,
relate to-
goddammit. Half, anyway.
Okay.
He just gestured her completely mechanical body, like,
This isn't a dick measuring contest. It's just look. This guy is like top of the line pro, right? So how did you slip that past him? You telling me that you're a machine doesn't really have much to do with anything.
You know what?
Arbalest is giving Suki a look like, how much longer are we gonna let this shit go on?
I thought you were gonna go somewhere with that, but you didn't. She's looking at record.
Hold on.
I wasn't going to be the one to tell them. I'm not going to have that on my conscience.
I'm gonna pause for a second and just say, Derek, as a sci-fi writer, I actually love your explanation. That was really fucking cool.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Back to it, sorry.
Yeah, Reichard's not gonna fucking tell this guy. He already explained, like, I'm not gonna have that on my conscience. You can tell him if you want to.
Yeah, you're right. It was a setup. Unbeknownst to us at the time, but it was a setup.
Good news.
Angel might exchange a look for a moment.
Good news. A would-be psychotic eco-terrorist turns out to be a professional corporate fall guy who's rather keen to retire. So, thankfully, he was alright with making sure HA was out of here, has no loves for Smith Shimano, waited for them to go, and has effectively retired to a new career of working to deal with other issues. Gratefully not concerning blowing us up. So, there we go then.
Okay, so is there a reason that you were planning on keeping that from me?
No, not particularly actually.
Wait,
We're going to talk about it, just...
Harrison captures you, they'll torture it out of you. They have devices that can rip things out of your brain no matter how hard you try to fight it. Now you're a target.
Wait,
Right,
I didn't actually kill that guy?
I think we all collectively slowly turn.
slowly closes his eyes and inhales through his nose.
I sent that reel in for an audition tape.
Good news,
Dang it.
we're not blowing the whistle on it, so it's real enough and it'll work fine for our audition.
None of the people outside of this room are supposed to know that he's not dead.
And let's keep it that way. For professional standards, also, that was a big morale boost here in the city. And I'd imagine back in Banwick, that worked out pretty well too. He'd look over to the sheriff and Angel nods.
You
Yeah.
all need to know, because of the next thing we're gonna have to tell you.
I'm listening.
May I?
By all means.
To spare a little bit of time, Suki would go into detail about how Fencer was here to take the fall for the SOC program to turn the planet into a biotech high world.
What the fuck? I was really hoping that biotech thing was just like a one-off.
Fortunately not, mate. It's, might be the harbinger of something much larger coming our way.
Yeah.
The good news is we already have a number of plans we're getting ready to begin enacting.
Unfortunately, one of those requires your compliance because one of those
All of them
plans... Well, yes, but one of them in particular is the potential evacuation of this world, because if we can't stop this hive in time, well,
They'll consume it.
grey goo. Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
Let me make this clear. I know that the best plan of action is to evacuate, but I cannot convince my people to do that.
Yeah, that's exactly why we have two other plans.
I hold up 2 fingers. 2.
Very
Not
good.
1, but 2.
I
Not
will.
quite 3.
Suki would give Reichert this look like, aren't you supposed to be intelligent?
I'm playing dumb. I always play
In
dumb.
fairness,
please,
also, Go ahead.
What are these other plans you got?
Extermination in one form or another. We can manually destroy the main hive, which is the hard way to do it. Or Riker and I are going to be designing an NHP to implant into the queen and then have it cascade and destroy the entire system.
Which,
biotech.
to me, sounds like the harder move, but at the same time, what matters is we're trying two different angles.
It's the most efficient move.
The issue we face is the fact that we would need to, in either circumstance, locate the core hive. If we're trying to exterminate it in the old-fashioned sense, then we need to mount an attack significant enough to kill it, assuming we can't manage it ourselves, but hopefully we can. And failing that, we would still need to get our NHP into the Queen for this to work.
Remember how Fencer told us that they learn from interacting with us? That's why we have to limit combat with them. Or any interaction of any kind.
And their growth is exponential. So the longer we wait, the faster our timeline erodes. As I recall, we have what was it, like a month, more or less?
Did we actually get a timeline? Because I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
save a timeline. It's imperative that it gets done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
We're just on we are on a timer. We just don't know how long the timer is.
Yeah, pretty much.
You probably don't want to find out.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. Angel speaks up. You are taking the word of this guy who's known to be a terrorist across I don't know how many systems. You're taking him at face value.
He could have killed me and he didn't.
We have to.
Who's to say he's not using you guys as a scapegoat? Did you think about that for a second?
Yeah, we did.
Of course we did.
The problem we face here is the fact that this threat is existential. So,
The bugs are here. We've seen them. We've fought them.
and either they're a huge system-eating problem that'll destroy everything in a time frame we are still waiting to figure out and don't want to, or they're not, and we deliver a hammer blow and this guy gets a political victory. But either way, honestly, the guy literally committed the most complicated disappearing act I've ever seen for the benefit of, fucking over 4 mid-tier lancers at best?
Speak for yourself.
Mid-tier?
All right. Dick jerking aside, you hear where I'm going with. Point is, it doesn't make sense that he would lie to us on this, and even if he did, the risk is too great for us to pretend it's not an immediate existential threat to address. And frankly, I wouldn't mind taking the heat on this shit if it was. What am I gonna do? Be even more homeless than I already am?
I'm used to being a bad guy. I don't give a shit. But we gotta figure out what's going on one way or another, and even if his Fencer is lying.
And then we kill him for real if that's the case. And we're back to square one. Nothing's really changed.
See, that's a poor assumption, thinking that he'll just let you kill him if you find out he's lying. By the time, if you find out he's actually screwing you over, it'll be far too late and you've lost your opportunity.
Fair. Well,
Are you interested in dealing with Fencer or saving the people on this planet?
I feel like both are correlative.
Let me ask you this. If Fencer were crooked to the core, and he had every intention of fucking us over and leaving this planet to die, of what interest would it be to him to disrupt the natural progression of a biotechnical hive? How would it benefit him to interfere if he was operating for someone else? Or operating for himself?
Yeah, unless this has been overlooked, we don't trust him. We just believe him. It's not like I want to work with the guy after this.
So how bad is this? Where do you think this hive is coming from, and how bad is it?
We have no idea, and we have no idea.
we
Bad
literally
enough.
just... Go ahead, Riker.
Bad enough.
Is it isolated to this planet?
No.
No.
We fear it's system-wide. That's why we need to find the hive core, and why we have a problem. Because if it was just this planet, we would scan it and find the core, but we can't. It could be anywhere.
We
Stop.
I run him through our plan to, like, you know, uplink the virus, basically. So the idea would be anywhere in the system. As long as there's not a centralized core afterwards, everything is going to be infected and they're not going to have any way to reproduce or coordinate.
Angel just rests his chin on his hand as he was thinking. What we're probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to send you a lot off planet.
Probably.
Because Colin and I here know the planet better than anybody else. We're probably going to be the one dealing with the planet side problem.
That's fair. Honestly, our skills are probably wasted here for this anyhow. I will say, I know getting people to evacuate this planet will be effectively impossible for the moment. But, if I might advise, seriously considering acquiring a means of escape and having it on standby for 0 hour, because this is the sort of thing that's going to start seemingly not a problem at all. And you're going to have maybe a couple hours of imminent destruction.
What about
And for
that ship
people to
everybody's been salivating over?
Hold that thought. Arkin, you have footage from the original attack of the bugs, right?
That's right, you record everything.
Well, of course. You know, I live stream it.
Do you think
As
you
one
could
does.
pull the VOD and get some really juicy clips circulating and spread it around as if it's an ongoing problem? Propaganda, as it were.
That's a good idea.
I do have the influence to make people care about these things, yes.
I have 1 million Spaceagram followers. Thank you.
Instagram.
Spaceagram.
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 I'm on Spickspock.
Oh God.
I don't know if you can say that one. Well, maybe you can. I don't know if anybody else but on me can say that one.
Like spick and span, not the other way.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
You know the internet and how it works.
Yeah. They're
We
going to clip
both.
you either way. Now, on to the matter of the ship. Yes, that's where my mind was headed as well. I do believe that if we can outfit it with some arms and armament, at least some modern mech deployment capabilities, we'll be hitting the ground running. I have some credits I would be willing to invest into it. Do you think you can make that happen?
I'll text
Yeah,
my manager.
I wasn't talking to you, Arkin.
I'm sorry, I thought you were still talking to me for some reason.
No.
That ain't
Arkin
gonna
just
get
assumes everyone's talking to her.
That's got to have at least 1,200 millimeters of titanium as armoring. It's already armored and ready to go. Like, it just needs
Weapons.
Yeah, I can get my engineers working on that back in town.
I'll be in touch.
I'll do my best to reach out to the people of Euphrates. They're currently out in exile, but good news is that's a lot of fleet forces bouncing around out there. Not sure how much they'll be able to help, but if push came to evacuation, you're not going to find anyone more skilled at it.
Let me make this clear. We don't have enough money to pay. We hardly have enough money to pay you guys for this. Let's keep other people out of it.
And keep your money.
Hold on to it until we're done with this. You'd be far better to use whatever share you were going to give me getting people off here. I'm sure I can speak for at least one more of us when I say that.
Yeah, I'm good. Keep your money.
Let me
Good for public endeavors.
let me rephrase that. In the instance that we fail and this system turns to grey goo, and you need a new place to go, the people of Euphrates might be able to help. How's that for clarity? Yeah,
It's not
Dr.
very clear. Not very clarifying, because I don't even know where the fuck this Euphrates place is.
Middle of nowhere, corpos don't give a shit about it, and they're always looking for more hands. It's bleak and crappy, but they literally won't turn anyone away. And you won't have to deal with HA, SSC, or any of the other corpos fighting for your soul. That's just an endgame suggestion. Let's try not to reach it, but suggestion in the meantime.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a final resort.
Yeah. Anyhow, let's get that ship going then, because we got a motor.
Cold let out a heavy sigh and he pressed a button on his, office communicator. Cancel my schedule today, please. I need to start training an army. Because this sounds really fucking bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, shit's truly hit the fan. Guess I'm
think
gonna be.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Guess I'm going back to being a Lancer.
I think the best thing we could do right now is bring in a lot of the settlers that live outside of Shago and Banwick, because they're likely to get picked off.
You might even be able to convince the bandits out in the wild to consider helping. This is an existential threat, they'll die just the same.
Yeah, what's the name of Bandit Town again?
It doesn't technically have a name. It's
Smoking crater.
it's
Junk
Mary
Town.
Reed's fleet, as it were.
Junk down.
Junktown!
Tales from a Junktown jerky vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Fallout reference for you uncultured people.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely got it.
You need an army, we already got one.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
but-
convincing Mary Reed and her weird ass kid to help us?
Any word about him?
He's in critical condition. He's in our medical facilities. We're doing the best that we can. He's gonna be like 60% synth after that.
Shit.
What are you gonna do? They were just collateral on a bigger plan, apparently.
Hard pressed to interfere with the plans of someone who knows what's actually going on in the universe. I believe we have our ideas. Let's get to them, folks.
Agreed. This has been a supremely depressing experience. He's just gonna clap his hands and slowly walk backwards towards the door. We'll do our best, gents. Promise. He'll open the door for anyone who wants to go out.
Edge on
Yeah,
you.
good luck. Angel's gonna get up and follow you guys out of the room. I don't like the odds. Speaking honestly, I think this place is pretty fucked. It's been my home for a decade, but I don't know. I'd rather be alive and somewhere else than here, when everybody's getting killed.
Pull yourself together, man. This is your home. Jesus Christ.
People are a home. This is a rock. And I empathize with that.
Hold on. He'd walk up to Riker. Let me make it clear to you, kid. People need to be alive to be able to live and call a place a home, right? If this place is going to be infested and killing people, I'm not going to have people stand here, die on hills that don't need to be died upon.
No, not
I'm
the
responsible
innocents
for
and the
people.
civilians, but the military folks like you and like the army you're going to train, you have to be willing to die. That's what it takes. Every time you get into that goddamn mech, every time that you put your weapons in your hand and get ready to claim another's life, you have to be just as ready to die. If you're not ready to do that, well then, Angel, I've got some news for you, sir. We are at war. They're coming for us all.
Angel's gonna punch you,
Motherfucker!
Like, right in the face. He's gonna like,
Yeah.
he's gonna hit you so hard. Let me fucking let me roll and see.
Derek, I wasn't sure where you were going with that, and then you dropped. I was like, "You motherfucker! I knew it! I knew."
Yeah, Angel's gonna hit you in the face. It already breaks your nose.
I take it, look down at the ground for a second, kind of wobble it back into place before snapping the like kind of mechanical bridge of my nose back together before it resumes the normal shape where it was like there was like a gap in
Let me
the
make it clear to you,
artifice.
you fucking punk. Where's your home? Why aren't you there standing there willing to die for it, huh? Because you left like a fucking coward. So don't ever presume to tell me how to control my people and how to protect my people. You are a Lancer that is away from your home doing other things because you weren't good enough to protect your own. So fuck off. You start walking off.
I think I struck a nerve with that one.
God damn it! Can you all just please not piss people off for 5 minutes, and he's gonna jog down the hallway after him.
You deserve that.
But did I really?
Shut up.
Yes.
Just you hear a gunshot right from down the hallway and you fall over. Oh, you're fucking pissing everybody off, aren't you?
It's my specialty.
Yeah, you might want to keep that in check, lad. Between you and I, Angel's a pretty laid-back guy. Been here longer than any of us, and takes a lot to piss him off. You get on his bad side, ooh. Best count your days left.
Laid back doesn't save worlds. Pissed off does.
Oh, well, if that's what you think, you're achieving it. Plenty fine. I find that money is what saves worlds, but that's just me, I guess. My 2 cents on the matter. You know what a cent is? It's one of those archaic currencies.
You're already getting all of mine, or at least your people are.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with that. Take your fucking nuclear warheads and shit and get the fuck out of here.
Gladly.
I know that Gentry would eventually try to, chase after Angel, try to catch up with him around a corner or something, to just be like, hey, we need just wait a second.
Eldians, go ahead.
Yeah, he's waiting at the elevator.
Angel, wait. Look. Raikit's great in the mech, but he seems to love putting his foot firmly in his mouth.
Yeah, let me make this clear. If you share any of those sentiments with him, you can just stop talking to me.
I am a Euphratean protector, and I tell people this knowing full well no one knows what that is. What it is, I'm a police officer operating in a guerrilla capacity while my people are in diaspora because they were driven to the stars. Whatever Raikid said, maybe that shit might fly in an archaic conventional war, but if you want to survive, it's a different game. And my people know it well. I've watched my people lose everything twice, personally. So, I genuinely hope that doesn't happen here. And I think it's a smart idea to plan for if we fail. I think you're right. I try not to say that kind of shit in front of the others, but the odds are pretty long, even for me.
Yeah, the way I see it is that it's best to strive for victory and success, but it's better to plan for failure. Because not having a contingency when things go south, it's not worth this fucking rock ain't worth it. If anything, this might be a good thing. I know that sounds fucked, but what if we find a better place? You know, a place that isn't just like scorching fucking hot all the time, that has bountiful natural resources. We don't have to outsource. We could find that place if things go bad. I'm not hoping things go bad, but I can't help but feel there's something better waiting for us somewhere else.
I agree. Look, I know I made it sound really bleak in there, but I'm gonna do my best to reach out to the Euphradian diaspora. Right now, they're off-planet. Every couple decades, we lose it. Pirates, complicated political bullshit. I'm not even gonna attempt to discuss that. Point is, they know how to mobilize and survive in space. And they're pretty free with their resources for anyone who's like-minded. So, I'll get in contact with them. They might even be able to, I don't know, send in a rescue fleet if anything ever happens. It would be the 0th hour, but we might get lucky. Assuming I can scratch nothing together to do it. But other ideas. If you want to talk evacuation or backup plans, you have my comm. And you have my time anytime you need it, as long as I'm not in a firefight.
Yeah, I'm just... I'm gonna be real busy with Call, training a new army of probably mech jockeys. I don't think a lot of people here have what it takes to be a Lancer, but we'll see. Even foot soldiers that can give intelligence are more useful than nothing. So.
Well, my best advice, make sure they're regular, and if you have to, give ground. It's not worth the people that die in it. It's gonna just nod and walk back towards the rest of the group. Thank you, by the way, for being straight with us this whole time. It's refreshing.
Yeah. Sure. He's gonna get in the elevator, take off.
I'm going back to the group.
So, what's the plan, you lot? Are you gonna go, plant these explosives somewhere? Other than this fucking building?
Be spending some time in the lab for a while.
I have, unfortunately, a lot of calls to make and a person to meet before we leave.
Yeah, right, good. I'll get in touch with you later. For now, I need to take care of a few things.
I'll get things started.
Go ahead, Nat, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to watch the Space Lorette tonight, but I guess I could just record that.
You know,
We still have TiVo this far into the future.
Fucking hate you.
I actually have an idea. I was thinking of that might interest you, Arkin. So, have you ever heard of a charity drive?
Oh yeah, I go to those all the time. It's great publicity.
What if you tried leveraging your phenom status towards making a charity drive to benefit the people of Shago City and others who might be displaced?
My plan was to find some smart person who knows about the bugs and things like that and interview them on my Spacecast. But, I can do a space fund me at the same time.
There's a suggestion. Honestly, I'm not used to working with someone who's famous, so...
Suppose it does come with its perks.
I'm gonna try to make
it
a
does.
cool roll to see whether or not my character can say that shit with a straight face or not. Yes, he can! Yes, he can!
Yeah, you two do that. Shay, I need to talk to you.
Oh, sure, love. What you want to talk about?
Call me love one more time, I'll punch you in the mouth.
Okay. Asshole.
Just gonna give him a push down the hallway.
Do we want to cut to a break?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10. We will be right back with more Desperado, a Lancer actual play. Welcome back, folks. Thank you all so much for sitting tight. Red, what's happening?
Hello. We are getting into the actual roleplay section. Well, that was roleplay. We're getting to the downside section, which is also roleplay. Isn't that a crazy little concept? So, in order of how things are going, I think we're going to start with Omni.
Yeah. I did somehow manage to waste both my really high rolls at the beginning, so... feels great, man.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go start with Omni, and then Natalie, and then Elise, and then Derek, and then we're going to go back around, because I'm giving you guys 2 downtime actions this time around. This is going to cover 2 weeks. So
2 weeks, okay.
yeah, so we can do as much role play as you want, but just keep in mind that your tasks are going to cover a week's worth of work. So think big.
Okay.
Awesome.
Where's the section on downtime again?
It'll if you to your book, there's like a useful bookmark section, and it has it in there.
Let's see. So,
Trying to find.
If you open your Lancer textbooks,
Let's open your Lancer books.
just go to page 53.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are all your actions.
Oh, I just looked right over it.
huge mood. Huge mood.
Mhm.
I had a feeling it was on page. Anyway, never mind.
Bunga.
Angie.
Okay. So.
Okay, the last Omni Tech TM, what would you like to do?
Trademark.
Oh God, I wish I could afford a trademark.
RR.
Yeah. So okay. We have. I know that his goals are. He has 2 now, kind of. I guess we'll do the second one on the way around. We need to follow up with. Well, hold on. Sentinel is on the way. He's not here yet, right? The guy that. Okay, so I know meeting with Sentinel is item number 2 on his agenda. So we'll do that when it comes back around later in the week. His primary agenda now is reaching out to the Euphradian people and seeing what they might be able to do. He's basically going to do his best to spin it as like, hey, fellow refugees over here might actually need help, and who knows, they might be willing to help us. Whole planet of almost ready to evacuate people. Let's see what we can do. So he's probably going to go to Jome about that. We're going to see about, let's see, which of these actions is appropriate for this. I'm thinking we're going to go for, I want to say investigate. That or get a hold of something. What do you think, Red? Because he's...
Okay, detail the task for me one more time and I can give you a clear answer.
Okay. So, Arbalest is going to do his best to reach out to the Euphradian government in Diaspora, in exile, and see if he can't basically tell them that their services for refugee movement would be needed here, and that it might benefit them to do so with raw recruits and people who might be willing to help them, because this planet might be about to die.
Say get connected.
Okay. Let's see. All right, get a hold of something.
So you're going to your good OmniNet bar manager, Jom.
Mr. Jom. Yes, sir. He's gonna walk into the bar. Usual, like the same like tattered kind of wind whipped cloak that he usually wears. Hey, Jom, mind if I ask a favor?
Oh, hey, you're not usually in this early. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Good to see you, mate. And he's gonna walk up, sort of shake his hand, and I need the most powerful transmitter array you have, preferably with strong encryption. Well, I need to talk to a government in exile. I know it's asking a lot, but is there any way we might be able to make that happen?
Roll d20 for me.
All right. Okay, so it's going to be the get a hold of something. Come on. 20, baby.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, if you'd have come in any other day, I would have told you to screw off. But just so happens I just got in something top of the line. It's pretty preem. You're going to want to take a look at.
Nice.
Well then, consider me intrigued. Lead the way, my friend. And he's going to follow after him.
Oh, yeah. He's going to lead you into the back of the shop. And the place is pretty quiet. It's just, I mean, there's people using their own personal terminals, and they're not doing anything wrong.
Right.
Right, okay, so take a look at this thing. This transmitter array, evidently, and this is just like what I've heard. I haven't plugged it in yet, because this thing like takes a lot of power, and we're kind of on a power, you know, we're limited how much power we can draw as of late.
Right.
Mostly because to keep you guys' mechs put together.
Sorry.
It's a small cost. I'm gonna get this thing up and running, and come back to me tonight, and I'll get you something. I'll get you contact through. I have to turn off like everything else in the shop before I turn this thing on. I don't want customers getting pissed at me.
You got it. Thank you. If you'd like, I might have someone that could help you. As long as you don't mind a slightly unique personality giving you a hand. I'd likely have to work outside, but if you need help working the breakers and redirecting power, he's pretty good at it.
Hey, you don't gotta be cryptic with me, man. Who are you talking about here?
Let's see. And he's just gonna like ratchet his wrist down, and like the communicator sort of pops forward out of his forearm. Helpy, could you come over here? We could use a hand.
Yes.
And he's gonna call the bouncy boy.
He's gonna run over like one of the geckos from Metal Gear.
Yeah, pretty much. And just sort of like walk out to the front and open the door and gesture up. This is my associate Helpy, and sort of like reach up and give him a pat on his camera dome. Helpy here has been stabilizing the reactor of my mech for the better part of a really long time, and it's really good at working with power grids. Normally, it doesn't really do much for this kind of thing, but if you're talking about redirecting an insane amount of power from the grid and keeping it stable, Helpy can help you. On top of that, I'm willing to loan you Scald as a reactor source. It is a particle accelerator, and while normally it's supposed to use those particles to cause massive explosions, when run in safe mode, it does generate enough power to probably power an entire district of Shago. This is a big deal for me, and I'm willing to do whatever I can to grease the wheels on it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm not gonna be able to fit that fucking thing through the door, but I'll see what spare cables I got hanging around. I should be able to hook him up. He's like completely automated. He can just like do things like intuitively.
Oh yeah, no. Helpy thankfully has a fair bit of pre-programmed knowledge, and he just sort of like snaps his finger, and out of the sides of like his boxy frame, long like whip-like cables come out, sort of snake around, just like gently like rest in his hand, and he just sort of like shakes it. Helpy's pre-programmed to do basically whatever he can to optimize power consumption on my mech. But technically, Helpy was originally designed to help the Euphradian people reroute space stations. I kinda just borrowed it to help me in my work. Same design, same programming, I just added an extra layer of code. So, Helpy should be able to optimize your power grid without you even needing to lift a finger. All we need to do is find out where you're hooked up to the local grid, and Helpy will get to work for you.
Okay.
Do your stuff, boy. He's just gonna pat him on the dome and just say, optimize. I imagine Helpy would immediately just like walk over to wherever the thing's power connection is and just start rewiring things as efficiently as possible.
There'd be people on the street walking by. What the fuck is that? This is. There's an alien! Screaming.
Hold on a second. Fuck. And he's just gonna reach over to like unroll a tarp and just like throw it over Helpy and just be like, it's fine. It's back. Leave it be.
Where'd it go? No, I'm fucking around.
It disappeared.
There's still an alien under that there tarp. Just because you threw a tarp over it don't mean nothing.
All right. I'll stay and make sure the riffraff don't bother him, and we'll get this done lickety split. And he's just gonna rest and be like, honestly, I didn't have much else to do anyway. You!
He started walking off down the street. He kept like looking over his shoulder like he was just waiting for it to attack.
Just him just like flicking the finger at him as he walks away. Leave him be. We got this, boss. Thank you, Joan.
Yeah, sure. Watch the guys who's this guy's heading down the street.
As Joan walks away, you'll see that he had been reaching for his gun while that guy who had been approaching, and just sort of like slowly just let it go away.
Okay.
That's me, Chief.
Sounds good, boss. In that case, we'll move on to the next downtime action. That'll be Leviathan. Arkin. What you
Well,
doing?
true to my word, I'm going to hold a virtual fundraising awareness campaign
Go on TikTok
with
Live.
my good friend John Bovey, another well-known philanthropist.
I'm sorry, did you say John Bovey?
Funded
Yes.
by Gil Fates.
Alright.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
John Bovey.
I'm just pissed off that he put that goddamn album on everybody's fucking iPod without asking us first.
Hey,
I know what you're talking about.
John.
Spapple had an agreement with Space U2.
With you and I.
YouTube.
Well,
you and I.
Spew2.
With
You
Spew2.
squared, clearly.
Yes, Spew2. Okay. I'm trying to think what the action that would be. I think that would be.
Would it be? Ooh.
It could be power at a cost.
That's like a Hail Mary. Do you have any narrative triggers for that, Natalie?
I think get focused or get connected would probably
Yeah.
be.
Get Connected sounds like exactly like what it is, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, that'd be true. Yeah, drum up support for a course of action. Yep, there you go.
Drumming up support for your cause!
Hey guys, we're playing Call of Duty or something for a live stream. Please consider donating.
Tonight we're streaming Space Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Oh, Spooty.
I hate you guys.
We're playing Fork Knife. Get ready.
Fort Commune.
It's actually spoon morning.
Spoon more.
Oh, you're not.
I actually don't get that one.
He said
Fork
night, so the opposite would be spoon morning.
I thought you were like crying over a spoon.
On the contrary, I would like to present the argument that a knife is the opposite of a fork because it has no tongs and it's straight.
Also, you use it for cutting and not for delivering food to your mouth.
Yeah.
We really do run a game here on DMD.
We also discuss deep philosophical questions on channel DMD, you know?
Discussing the important nuances.
Like the horrible amalgamation that is a spork. Anyway, please make a roll for me.
What about a Nork?
What am I rolling? Do I pick?
That sounds doesn't. Yeah,
what triggers?
That'll be a trigger. Whatever trigger you think would be good for.
Totally get a hold of something. Acquire temporary or permanent allies, assets, or connection through wealth or social influence.
There you go, yeah. Perfect.
And I have a +4 in that.
Let's see how you do.
So that's D20 +4?
Yes.
Okay.
15.
19?
19, okay.
Fuck, I'm gonna roll really bad.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. So you're... Okay, so I'd imagine you're trying to get in contact with somebody to start the fundraiser, not like a contact like a bunch of people. Okay.
Well, like I said, my good friend John Bovey, which is a play on Bon Jovi, who is a philanthropist. I will be contacting him.
Oh, I went over my head.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be my connection because he's always doing charities and things like that. So seems like a good fit.
John Bovey.
John Bovey.
You just switch the B and the J in Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
That just confused me because his full name is John Bon Jovi, so I was just like.
It's a really good flippity doodah.
Oh, he's
Bovey. Okay. So
John Bovey.
John Bovey. He's got the same first two names.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're just like getting a you're making a call. So
Yeah, like I said, I do a space podcast. So I'm gonna have him on there.
Okay. Okay, I'm thinking about what voice to do for him.
I think he has a British accent.
Pull up the clip of him yelling at his
Bon
fans in that
Jovi
hotel
British?
lobby. Yeah, he's Australian, I think.
Really? Oh, Australia. Okay, I believe Australian. British doesn't sound right.
He has an accent. I don't know. I don't listen to you two.
I don't know, actually, now that I think about it.
Boy, hold on.
Listen to you two. You mean you don't listen to Bon Jovi?
I said I don't listen to you two.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bon or John. What's his name?
Bono.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bono.
Oh,
not
that's
John Bon
great.
Jovi.
I did get it wrong. Bono's the one who's the philanthropist.
Natalie knows celebrities
See, I
way
don't
better
listen
than me,
to
so
either
I
of
just
them.
assumed that she knew what she was talking about.
Now all I can do is think about that South Park episode about Bono.
But that's who I was thinking of, but I confused their names. Yes, so Jono.
Jono.
No, it has to be Spano. Space
Spano.
Bono.
Spano. Yeah, there we go. Spano.
That's like the sequel to Spawn.
My good friend Spano.
It's the prequel.
Pretty cool.
It's supposed to be a zero, but everybody just thought it was no. Called him Spano.
Spano sounds like a drain cleaner. Let's see. Okay. Alright, well, you can start the conversation, by all means.
Hello everyone, it's me, Arkin, your favorite celebrity, coming at you live with another Space Cast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.
Share it with a friend.
Destroy that like button or I will destroy you IRL, lol.
Everyone, please go to the premiere of my new movie. Hang on, where's my sticky notes? I have a bunch of movies on here.
I saw her document last time we
so
played
many
this. It's so
movies.
huge. Oh my god, I could not believe it. I just kept scrolling. I was like, what the fuck?
Let's see. Don't forget to watch the premiere of my new movie, E.T. the Earth Terrestrial. It's flipped.
It's gonna bomb.
Yeah. It's gonna bomb.
I just don't know how you do it on command, Natalie. That's all I ask. How the do you do this on command?
I don't. I have, like I said, I was pulling up my sticky notes where I've written a bunch of space movie puns.
Yeah, I've seen the notepad on your computer. It's crazy.
Some of them I will think of on command, but most of the time I am referencing a list that I've previously thought of.
Dylan in the chat said Jono Bono Jabovi.
Same thing.
It's all threw them in a space blender. That's what we got.
Djibouti Dubs or whatever that guy's called.
Anyway, I'm here with my good friend and philanthropist, singer, whatever he is, Jono Spano. I've lost track of what his name is.
Getting his name wrong on the space cast
His name
my
is
favorite
Spano,
part.
but I know him so well that I call him Jono as a nickname.
Yeah, that's right. That's me. Glad to be here.
Yeah,
You sound very happy to be here.
Very high energy today. Yeah. Really failing it.
So, Bono, or John.
Bono.
She keeps going.
She already rolled
She doesn't
success. That's
actually
the best
know
part.
him in real life.
That's the best part. She already rolled a success.
She rolled a success and she's like talking herself out of the success.
I like to think that Arkin doesn't actually know him in real life. She's just like, oh yeah, I'm the best of friends with Spiano. What's your name again? Spiano Keeps.
Spiano.
That's a different actor.
Oh, that's who I meant to get all along. Shit.
Oh, that's who I wanted on the podcast. Dang it. Anyway,
Now that I've got you here.
we're here. We're here to talk about a very important issue, one that is near and dear to both of our hearts. And that is the spread of, what's the word I'm looking for? Invasive biotech bugs. We all hate bugs. They're gross. They ruin everything.
An absolute travesty.
Yes.
Now let's take a moment for our sponsor, Space Terminex.
Speaking of bugs, do you have problems with viruses on your mech? Well, with Sport VPN, you won't have that problem anymore.
Brought to you by Spade Shadow Legend, your favorite neutering scene.
Oh my god.
I'm having too much fun with this. I can't keep a straight face.
Point of the game and stuff. But, or be
Just
miserable,
use my
that's the game.
code. Use my code SPARKIN to get 15 credits off your first purchase of Sport VPN. Anyway, back to you, Jono, Bono.
Yeah, I'm really glad to
All I can think.
Derek, he was like reeling back in his chair.
Just imagine having
We've
an
broken
celebrity
everyone.
on your fucking podcast and consistently get the fucking name wrong.
Eric Andre level shit.
Oh,
This
Wait,
is,
so you're like,
in
you're John
between two
Boba Yaga, right?
screws.
Boba Fett?
Oh my god. What's been killing me has been the sponsors and the fact that in my head I just thought, Manscaped is just gonna be Manscaped. They're never gonna change their name.
True.
And space.
They're gonna be Dayscape in the future.
You're right.
They escaped, it would be they escaped, Joe.
It would be Dayscape.
You're right. Oh god.
Or it'd be Themscape. Anyway,
Perfect.
And I'm really happy
So-
to be here. I'm really happy to bring attention to an issue that's very, very important in today's system. It's he was like reading off a script and he like
I believe that you've written an original song about this moment, about this issue.
I did. It's very important. I wrote a song dedicated to those who are suffering from bug-related illnesses, and it's truly a tragedy what these biotic bug things are doing to people, and yeah. I can't
think
release
it's
any
called-
information about the song at the moment because the studio won't let me because copyright reasons. Yeah.
I see. You have told us the title of the song, where the bugs have no name.
Yes. The lyrics are very touching. It goes a little something like this: I've been through a town full of bugs, and those bugs were ready to mug. It's pretty good. It's a work in progress, but it's working out pretty good so far. It's riveting.
Absolutely riveting. Yes.
We have our best writers on it.
Well, so you'll be performing that at the Space Academies, Space Academy
Yeah,
Awards.
I'll be performing
I
it at Space
understand.
Aid this year. Space Aid. It's
Oh yes,
Space Aid
I'll be attending that
2016.
as well.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Wonderful.
It's a good cause. We're helping fund people against bugs. Very good thing.
Well, I will be voting for you to win the SPEMI for that.
Thank you
The
very
Space
much.
SPEMI.
I very much deserve it. I think out of all the musicians, I've put in the most effort and time and trouble. I know 3 or 4 chords on guitar, which is more than most people these days. And yeah.
Wonderful. Well, if you guys.
I'm fucking crying that Natalie felt the need to specify the
Oh gosh.
The spimmies. The space Emmys, in case that wasn't clear to you guys.
Just in case that went over anyone's head.
I gotta mute myself.
Oh my god. That's fucking
Anyway, if you guys care about the environment and other things like that, then donate to our cause. We are starting our Space Fund Me. Our goal is to get at least 1 million credits by next weekend, which I know is possible because people love me and will donate.
We can do it.
Anyway. So, thank you once again, Sano, for attending. Spano. And, this... This has been my podcast, Space 3H3.
Space 3H3, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, the fact that you keep messing up with I know you're not even doing it on purpose, it's what makes it Oh, it's so fucking good.
Oh, it's fucking
Oh
funny.
my god. I'm fucking crying.
Natalie got MVP for the laughs tonight.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
No, it was too much fun.
In my personal headcanon, none of these things are actually named this. Aryan just doesn't know the real name and she's making up names.
She's just playing space.
Basically.
Basically, is that
Basically.
Look at that laugh this much.
Oh my god.
I'm laughing so hard I can like taste snot in my mouth. It's fucking awful.
Oh, yummy.
Sorry for derailing the session.
That was great.
Don't mind me, he's just having a mild asthma attack from laughing too hard.
Alright.
The fact that you guys did it by
Every
accident, like,
single time.
I didn't even get his name right the first time. I called him John Bovey instead of Bono.
oh, that's amazing.
Just completely wrong on all counts.
So, what? You
I
didn't
should
roll a
have just
20.
run with it.
He didn't roll a 20, which would have meant they would have done it without any sort of issues. But Spano, he's going to have you put out a public apology for the fact that you mispronounced his name on 4 separate occasions. That's what he's going to ask you to do in exchange.
You guys, I didn't think I'd have to film this video.
Sitting on the floor with no makeup on.
Guys, sorry.
I made a mistake. I'm only human.
Was that Derek shrieking in laughter at what I did?
We're here today to talk about a very serious issue.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
I'm just addressing the rumors.
Yes. That's so fitting for Arkin, though, that she would end up filming some apology video. And for something that's not even that offensive.
Cold intro, long sigh.
Already crying when the video begins.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're like that one guy that what the fuck's the name of that fucking... What's that really old school YouTuber that used to have like the emo haircut?
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson, yeah. It's like when Shane Dawson did his apology video and he was all broken out and like acne and he looked really sad.
Yeah.
There's like a million Shane Dawson apology videos just because he's not a good person.
No, he didn't look like old school Shane Dawson from like the early 2000s. He looked like a completely different person. Like
He wears a lot of makeup.
yeah, he wears a lot of makeup and he looked like he had a rash because of the amount of makeup that he was wearing.
That happens, unfortunately.
It's really funny. No, he's a piece of shit. Anyway,
He is, though.
no, that was good. Yeah,
This is like an incredibly obscure reference, but like, has anybody ever seen the Laura Lee apology video from like 2018?
No.
Oh.
Sounds incredibly familiar.
Pretty familiar.
She was she was that beauty YouTuber who like put out a bunch of racial slurs.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, people dug up she did something really racist and she was like, oh, this is like a one-time thing, I made a mistake, and then people dug up a bunch of old tweets that like weren't even really that old of her just like outright saying incredibly racist things with racial slurs peppered along. So
Lovely.
Wonderful.
yeah.
Guys, it's been a long time since I messed up Spano's name. I know the podcast just came out yesterday, but...
Can we all just move on, please?
Put the past behind us. Look to brighter days.
I'm ready to re-enter society.
Guys, speaking of re-entering society, let's move on to this video's sponsor.
Bro, having a sponsor on an apology video.
That's the most YouTube thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh, Omni, I think you're muted.
You know, I did it because I couldn't stop snorting. So I'm okay with that.
I didn't know you screamed when you laughed.
Sano, Jabono, Space Movie. Yeah, me too, Dylan.
Only when I clamp my mouth shut and refuse to laugh through it anymore do I start snorting.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, that was a great downtime action.
That was one of my
That was my favorite
That is the
from
hardest I've laughed all
Lancer
week,
so
except for
far.
that one video that I think I sent. I don't.
Oh,
Actually, no. I think Omni's the only one that's seen it. Oh, Elise has seen it. Never mind.
Unfortunately, I've seen it.
That's the second one.
Please feel free to bomb that on me. Throw me on that. Throw that on me, Chief. When you get the chance.
Don't worry, it's fucking hilarious. Okay, so that would be Elise. I think Elise's downtime is next.
Yeah.
I think so.
Ooh. I don't know how I'm gonna follow that one.
I do not envy you.
Hit the inside of my cheek.
Let me just clear my throat a little.
Just call one of your celebrity friends. Everyone's got a celebrity friend, right?
Totally.
100%.
Yoda. The guy
Boda.
that just got genetically like modified to look exactly like Yoda from Star Wars.
Just cause.
Dude, I
No,
know.
no his name is Spoda.
Spoda.
Boda.
Spoda sounds like something.
Do you
George
think
Lucas
that
would
Star
make.
Wars is like a religion in the future?
Oh my god!
It's
a
like-
religion
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
It's a religion
Yeah.
now. You can get that on your dog tags in the
Jedi's
military.
religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Damn, I didn't know that.
Jedi is actually a legitimately like respected
Recognized.
religion. It's
I
recognized.
don't know
Yeah.
if respected is the right word. It's definitely recognized.
Legally
Recognized
respected.
is-
Legally
yeah.
recognized. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it is. They even have churches, temples. Sorry, temples specifically. Go figure.
Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
Oh god.
I think I need
The
to lay
secret
down.
text.
What do they call those things that they keep the information in? Omicron?
Holocron.
Holocrons. Yeah.
That's where the virus came from.
God damn it.
Elise, would you like to take your downtime action?
I think I need to go lay down after all of that.
Fucking winded.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on, man.
Suki was gonna go have a chat with Shay,
Yes, she was.
so. Do you mind if we just like cut back to when she was kind of bullying him down the hallway?
No, that's fine.
Okay, well he was just like mouthing off to her and she gave him a push, like, go on, go.
Mouthing off is a strong word, but yeah, go on.
Anyway. She's gonna wait for the rest of the team members and everybody to take off.
It's me taking off my space car.
Yelling your space shit.
What?
Huh?
What?
Go on.
What?
I said y'all in your space shit. Go on.
Oh. Okay. I can't even talk properly now. It's like I'm so congested from laughing so hard.
Yeah, hey, that cleared up a lot of gunk in my chest.
Yes, I'm cured.
Now it's dripping down my throat, unfortunately.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That was a great time for a hydrate check.
Yeah.
Kill him.
No, I can't use it on. Can't use it on anything else, but why not? There you go. Have a good drink, Derek.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'll take another one.
53,000 points. I might as well use them to make us have a drink.
Oh my gosh. I thought I had a lot.
There's a reason why I occasionally pop in and play God on your other streams, buddy.
Yep. He's popped a couple of divine interventions too, so he's probably like over 100,000 souls so far.
Jeez.
Giga Chad.
Okay, sorry, I had to chug the rest of my water bottle. Diggy placed her hands on her hips and looked down at him.
You got some friends in low places, don't you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You do a good enough job of it already, just come straight.
Hey, look, I'm not playing dumb. I'm actually dumb.
I actually believe that.
What do you got, Nat? I don't got all day. I got things to do on my gig.
He wet her lips and looked down and looked back up at him, like she was refraining from punching him in the face. He'd see her open and close her mouth a couple of times. She'd hold up her hand like she was trying to figure out how not to physically hurt him.
He's just like standing there mocking. Just like,
Are you Fencer's inside man?
who?
Did you actually not hear me, or?
Go on.
I'm asking, did you not hear me?
I heard you.
Okay. Okay, I want to make a take control check since he's being so obnoxious.
Sure, go ahead.
It's a d20 plus 6, so it'll be funny if I succeed, it'll be funny if I fail. That's an 11, so
That's a success,
technically a success.
relatively speaking. Yeah. Anything above a 10 and Lancer is a success.
Tsuki would firmly place her hand on his shoulder. And start squeezing on that pressure point in your collar.
Okay, well, you're not gonna get anything out of me if you break my pretty arms.
Yes or no, Shay? It's not a hard question.
Why would you even assume something like that? Where would you get the idea that I'm an inside man?
You got all day to do this, so just, you know, you can make it easier on yourself.
Okay, I'm his inside man. That's what you wanted to hear, right?
No, I want to hear you tell the truth instead of acting like a fucking idiot.
I am telling you the truth, you big fucking idiot. He was like trying to pick like the softest cuss word he could call without getting his ass kicked. I don't know shit. The only thing I know about Fencer is what all of y'all have told me. I don't work with the guy. But honestly, I don't think he'd even believe that if I told you that. So, make your choice.
And help me find out who is.
Why is that any of my fucking business?
Because I'm giving you an opportunity to get on my good side.
Oh. Do you even have a good side? Because like all these sides are good sides. You start like patting his face. It's like. Alright, joking aside. Is that all it's in for me? Just getting on your good side? That doesn't really sound like it's a good deal, but...
You'd be surprised.
Oh, would I? I guess I would be, because I don't have a fucking clue what you can do for me.
Help me find out and I'll make it worth your while.
What are you offering me?
She'd look him up and down like she was trying to think about what he would want. And let go of his shoulder and stop pinching the hell out of the pressure point in his shoulder.
Oof.
Why don't we start with money?
Sure,
Sweet.
yeah, now we're talking. About 5.
$5 when you figure
1,000.
out who he is. Yeah, what the fuck? You think I'm gonna buy you lunch? Help me figure out who he is. Or she, or they.
He'd have a thought. 10.
You're lucky I agreed to 5.
Careful, we're looking at 15 now.
Or I can shove you in my Meg's exhaust pipe.
Or, here's the thing, you can do the job yourself, but we both know that you're not good enough to do this sort of thing. That's why
I got other shit to do. And you're my first suspicion because you look like a little rat.
Oh, do I now? And you look like a fucking, what's it, a toaster? 10, and I'll do it.
6.
7.
You're back down to 5.
7,500.
No.
Fine then, fuck yourself.
Alright. You don't get shit.
I'll do it for 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you have any suspicions other than me? Because apparently I'm a rat.
Give me a list of all the new people that have started working in this hangar in the past few months.
In this hangar?
Yeah, in this hangar.
Just this hangar?
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be wise?
Do you need me to delegate everything, or do you not have fucking autonomy?
I'm sort of believe that you don't got autonomy at that fucking robot RC yours.
So you've been looking at my ass now.
No, you are an arse. Look, I'll do this for 75. For 5, I'll look through the hangar. But I honestly couldn't tell you. Nobody in this hangar is a rat. I'd have to go scrubbing the whole city. That's why I was asking for 10.
We're gonna start in the hangar. Stop making this harder than it has to be.
No. You're paying me money to do a job for you, and I'm telling you that that isn't the right place. If somebody was sneaking about, they wouldn't be hiding in plain sight. Don't you think? They might not even be in this fucking city, you consider that. What if they're back in Banwick?
Should hold up her hand. If I have to talk to you about this for another 30 seconds, I'm gonna break one of your bones.
Okay.
Figure it out.
10 if I find them outside of the hangar. How's that?
You just start walking away.
10 it is. Clasp his hands together.
They were made for each other.
I'm shipping it.
Little rat man, big machine cyborg. I ship it.
Tale as old as time.
I asked the rat and the automaton, my favorite story. My favorite Ace.
My favorite Disney movie.
The rat. That's what Ratatouille is about. Ratatouille is about that. It's a fucking mech and a rat piloting the mech.
Oh shit.
Think about
My
it.
next mech idea is going to be a giant.
Have you seen that
linguini.
fucking meme? I posted this a long time ago. It's the meme of like
Linguini.
the spear of Longinus going through a linguini's head.
Oh yeah, and then him holding his bratty face. Yeah.
It's really implied that, I guess.
I have an idea. Reichard's gonna get a message, and I'd like to use my leadership trait. And she's just gonna tell him, it's a private message, not a group message. She's gonna tell him, write an algorithm for Leon to figure out who the rat is.
The rat.
And I want to give him, I want to give Reichard a +1 accuracy to, like a hack or fix check or something along those lines.
You get back a message that says, I was okay.
I'm not telling you to like use your downtime action on that. I'm just like,
In the background.
yeah, it's just like an accessory thing.
You get back a custom emote that I hacked into my phone. It's the Hydra, like, thumb split into multiple segments, giving you a thumbs up.
I love the image of that. Yeah, okay, being in text. Like, separated by 3 lines.
And then the thumbs up.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's like
right.
the Apple thing where you like drop the emoji and it like fills up the screen and stuff like that.
God, yeah.
Reichard jailbroke his spy phone.
Yeah,
Spy
absolutely.
phone.
Phone.
Miss
Oh,
phone.
mode.
I had to put Leon on there, you know?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Leon. I'm on the phone.
I'm on the space. phone.
Love his phone, yeah.
See, cell phone's just short for celestial phone.
You're so right.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, I believe it is right. It's downtime action.
What? No, that wasn't my downtime action. It was just RPing. With...
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do your downtime action.
Rude. Just skip my downtime action.
You're being
Okay.
rude to say, so that's what you do.
Shut up. Okay. Derek, would you like to work together on this round or the next round of downtime actions?
I was planning on doing some sourcing for the project.
Here's my idea: is next round you and I work together on our downtime action, and we do get creative.
Okay.
To make a custom NHP. What do you think?
I'm gonna be getting creative twice.
Cool.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna get organized, and I'm gonna put some work into the 9th ring. And I also have a reserves from the last time I worked on the 9th ring. So I'd like to put that towards, like, let's see. Probably, like, a tactical advantage or a resource. Probably a resource. So I'm sort of like doing a 2-in-1. I want to use my reserves. Let me do my reserves for resources because that might impact my roll. So that I roll a d20, and then whatever I roll on the d20 is what I get off the resources table on page 51.
Cool.
Okay. And you're using.
Yeah, page 51. I'm using the resources table.
Yeah. Okay. 12.
Okay.
Blackmail.
What? What are you talking about?
I said resources.
Yeah, I have to roll a d20.
Yeah, and you got blackmail.
She hasn't rolled yet.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I haven't rolled.
What the hell am I seeing?
The 5 was from when she was taking control of the situation with.
Yeah, what is this 12 that you're looking at?
My bad. Don't. I'm having a moment. Go ahead.
Certified
Okay.
GM moment, bro. It's okay.
All
15.
there.
15 is a safe harbor.
Guaranteed safety from
Safety
eating,
from-
planning, and recuperating.
Okay. Okay. So I wanna finagle something because I don't want this to fail. I want to use my safe harbor to set up a meeting with that bishop whose name you never told me.
Because he didn't tell you his name.
Yeah. And also, so what I want to do is I'm gonna make a get organized check. I want to use I think I want to use take control. So basically what I want to do is have this bishop fellow go ahead and like reinstate my priesthood so that I can get my hands on some cultists who can help us with the bug situation.
Okay. Okay. And your roll for that?
That's going to be take control, which will be a d20 plus 6. Come on,
And
guys.
what's the specific action that you're taking?
Get organized.
Get organized. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I wanted to ask if I could use my reserves so I could have an accuracy on this.
Yeah, and your background is what?
Mercenary, I believe.
Okay. Not
Yeah,
relevant.
mercenary.
You get 1 accuracy from them.
Yes.
Reserve.
Okay. D20 plus the D6 plus 6. Okay, guys, blowing my dice. $20!
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so your organization is going to gain +2 efficiency plus. Oh, and okay, you're going to gain +2
And-
efficiency and +2 influence.
Yes.
Nice.
Good stuff.
This guy is not meeting with you in person, by the way.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
good-
no,
he's-
obviously. It's like a secure connection, basically.
Okay.
Priesthood, scholarship, whatever you want to name it.
Okay.
Of.
He is. Okay, so you have in the meeting. That obviously goes well, so keep that in mind when you roleplay.
Yes. Okay. I'll say Suki's in her Baylor, so he's actually seeing the Baylor.
Right.
Well met, Archbishop.
He is not. This guy's completely bald, and like he has all these like scar lines from and tattoos and stuff like that, just like all over his face, depicting like scripture and stuff like that, and random bits of code and all the like. And his eyes are like a solid white, and the whites of his eyes are sort of like this faded gray, like fish-like almost. Greetings.
Even though time is not currently on my side, I have been using it well. And should give him a detailed breakdown of the things that she had been doing in her free time for recruitment, implementation, and conversion, all that kind of stuff. And that the people who joined or had rejoined the Ninth Ring had been able to help set up this conversation.
I see. You have proven to be a worthy asset after all.
May have many faults, but I just blinked on the word. Thank you. Dishonesty isn't one of them. No, we have a situation here. Something I think could benefit us, actually.
He nodded like he recognized exactly what you were going to do before you even asked for help. Go on.
All of this biotech in this system, once scrubbed, can be reassimilated.
Are you suggesting that we bring these biotechnical parasites into our fold?
That is going to depend entirely on their composition and coding. At the very least, I think their parts could be salvageable.
I'm interested in having a legion at my disposal.
As am I.
I shall send you the resources you require, but know the consequences if you fail me.
Find such an implication insulting.
I simply want you to know that our relationship is, at the moment, transactional.
Entirely.
I hope for that to change with this endeavor.
I do as well. I would like to request reinstatement of partial in my standing.
Done.
Yeah. I expect to hear from you soon.
You shall. Very soon.
Suki would not end the call.
Okay. Easy peasy. Went well. So happens when you get a 20 or higher.
Woo!
Squeezing,
Nice.
dude.
Sneezy peasy.
I don't know why, I just thought of fucking wild thornberries.
Derek's having a bit of a moment.
Certified
I
boomer
remember
moment.
that though, too. Nigel Thornberry lives in my head rent free.
Right.
Like one of those like sleep paralysis demons in my head. Occasionally just, hello, Derry. It just pops into my head and he won't leave.
If it gets too quiet, the reason why I always have music on, nobody knows this, but the reason why I always have music on is if it gets too quiet, I can hear him in the back of my mind.
Nasally
Just
breathing
like
and
consistently going.
documentaries.
Yeah, it's the same, but for me, it's Guru Larry. He's like, hello,
Mashing.
you. I can just hear him in the back of my head. Terrifying. Fucking
Oh,
Nigel
God.
Thornberry being a sleep paralysis demon sounds
Just crawling over your bed.
I know.
Christ.
Anyway, Derek, that's our back.
Summon
I
Nigel
think we're all
Thornberry.
today.
I like Tim Curry. I wouldn't mind having Nigel Thornberry haunt my
Oh
dreams.
yeah, no, he'd
that
be cool. Yeah, it's Tim Curry.
What's that little kid that everyone goes,
Oh,
The
it's
what's
Darwin.
his name?
Darwin.
No, Darwin's
Darwin.
the ape. Darwin's the ape.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I'll find out.
No, Scatman,
So we don't have to spend more time on this.
Donnie. Is it Donnie?
It's Donnie. I think you're right. Yeah.
that sounds right.
there's a video of a guy just literally breaking
It's
his
Donnie
chair
Thornberry,
with a
yeah.
mallet. It's like he's like making those noises.
What in the fuck is my Dunbar number, bro? Why do I remember Donnie fucking Thornberry? But I don't know, like, literally over half of the name of my students from my last class, and I was just with them, like, every day, Monday through Thursday.
It's about
for,
what's
like,
important,
5 weeks.
Derek. It's about what's important.
Hi,
Yeah.
Apparently
Lord.
that's
Anyway,
Donnie
Would
Thornberry.
you like to listen to my D&D campaign?
Donnie Thornberry is a core memory for me. Alright, Derek, your downtime action. What you doing, fella?
I need to get a hold of a lot of red topaz. A whole fucking lot of red topaz.
Sure, boss. I'm not gonna ask what you're gonna do with it, because that's none of my business yet. But,
Alright,
sure thing.
so I'm going to, I would like to, reach out, have Leon, you know, do some homework and see where we might find the largest trader of red topaz in the sector.
I guess it'd be get connected, isn't it? A lot of get connected tonight, huh?
Actually, I'm not using my downtime action for that yet. I'm actually going to be using it for get creative.
Oh, okay, so you're just having Leon see if you can find somebody.
Yeah, that's going to determine how I'm going to go about getting it.
Okay, thinking. That'd be Leon. Rolling, technically. I guess I'll do that. His independent thoughts. So I've located someone about 4 clicks north of Banwick.
And are they local?
Yes, they call themselves the Prospector.
Security forces.
Like
None.
from Inscription or
They're big old men, our hips.
them their cards?
Oh yeah, that's right, my bad.
Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
The only thing he has is an lines of defense is an IPSN mech, but I believe that is mostly for harvesting. So,
Well, we won't be going over there to make a mess. It's just going to be faster to get there through the mech than it's going to be anywhere other way.
certainly so.
Yep, we fly out there invisibly. In the new morning cloak. Just
Crying all the way there.
yeah, morning in my cloak.
Yeah, isn't a morning cloak like a synonym for a tissue?
It should be.
Should be.
Because I'm a
Honey, please,
weeb
I'm
for
fucking
playing
crying
this
over
mech.
here. Hand me a morning cloak.
Because I'm a weeb for playing this mech.
You're weak for even thinking about SSC. I'm gonna be out.
It's the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, dude. This mech was made for me.
He would not stop. He would not.
He's just like me for real.
I was doing that. It's my whole.
Nick would not stop making fun of me for playing a metal mark in our other campaign.
Yeah, so I, transpose out of my mech, walk up to the front door, and
Yeah, it's in this massive hollowed out quarry, and there's several tunnels that go in different directions and stuff like that. And it's slapdash supports to make sure the whole fucking thing doesn't collapse like an anthill getting stepped on with a boot. And
perhaps keep the mech back a bit, Leon.
yeah, this guy lives in a 3D printed house. You can tell because it's plastic, and you can see lines and stuff, like the printing lines and that sort of thing. And
He didn't sculpt all his mold lines. Damn.
yeah, no, it has everything you expect it to be for a 3D printed house. It's pretty nice though.
I was making a mini joke. He didn't sculpt off his mold lines.
No,
Yeah,
you
you gotta shave. You gotta shave. Yeah, you gotta shave and clip your mold lines.
Sandpaper.
Just drag an X-Acto gently across, and they'll be fine.
Omni, do you know how many times I've attempted to do that and literally fucking nearly
always
cut the
fuck it
head
up.
off of my miniatures? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did
Maybe
you,
it's just
did you
34
soak
years
your-
of practice, yeah.
Did you soak your minis in warm water?
Yes, I soak all of them in warm water.
Is that something
don't
you're
even
supposed to
need-
do?
You don't even need to do that, Jesus. You hold
Yes,
it with
you
your
do.
thumb and drag it. I'm gonna.
Anyway, this is a TTRPG show. Not a
You're
fucking-
right. I'll do a hobby show on my own channel anyway.
I'll do it my own hobby channel with miniatures and hookers.
Miniature.
Miniature hookers.
Oh no, that's a completely different kind of thing we're talking about here.
Harlequins and sisters.
Oh my God, that's
I
Men in
knock on
Black.
his door.
Okay. This weird small old man comes to the door. He's 5'1", and he looks up at you.
Hello, old timer.
Can I help you with something?
Greetings, old man.
Hello, feeble old fellow.
Are you aware that there's an impending doom that's going to come on a tide of unending biotechnical doom?
Last time somebody told me that, they wanted something from me. Fuck off.
He go to slam the door shut.
I will put my hand out and keep it from closing. I'm willing to pay.
Why didn't you say so?
He'd open up the door and he'd just walk on. He expects you to just walk in.
Yeah. So I explained to him the actual situation that's going on and why I'm going to need probably all the red topaz that he has, and that if he intends on living here for any extended period of time, it's probably in his best interest that he gives me a good deal on it.
Okay, make a check for me.
Um,
It's kind of haggling, isn't it? I think there's a check specifically for
Scrounge and barter.
Yeah.
okay.
So you want all of his red topaz.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing take control using my presence of will. Just being really really Rickard, really not a dick, but on the edge of it.
Yeah, it's general authority. You hold yourself in high esteem.
So that is going to be. Do I have an accuracy from anything?
You had an accuracy for a specific task from Suki, but this is not it. So.
Okay. Then that is an 18.
18. You get what you want, but you need to choose the price that you pay. Time, something you don't have. Dignity, which is something you have a lot of. Kind of. Reputation. Health, comfort, and wellness.
When it says health, what does it mean?
You're going to be working your ass off for it.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, you'd be helping him mine the shit.
Very well. Let's get about it then. No stranger to a hard day's work.
We can get started today if you like.
There's no time to waste. Let's do it.
I like a man that's not afraid to roll up his sleeves.
I don't really have clothes.
It's a
Okay.
metaphor, you stupid bastard.
Did you say you want that, son?
Yep, so get to work getting all of the red topaz that I can possibly get my hands on. After
Good thing
which,
you brought your mech.
yeah, absolutely right. I probably would have had piloted the morning cloak out here and had Leon bring the Hydra out here. Use the drones to kind of speed up the process for mining and whatnot. And yeah, after we get as much of it as we can feasibly acquire, I thank the prospector kindly and tell him that he may very well have just saved his whole planet.
Very good. Well, that is the first round of downtime actions finished. We are nearing the 3-hour mark, and if we did another round of downtime actions, it'd be probably another hour and a half.
Okay,
So,
let's do it. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10, and we will be right back with more Desperado. Welcome back. Welcome back, folks. Well, how you doing? I hope you're having a great Saturday evening. Red showed me something very funny over the break, and I'm thinking about it again.
Damn.
Oh God!
Please take it away.
All right.
Alright, from the capo, we're gonna start with downtime action, starting with Omni again, I believe.
Yeah. We didn't quite finish the first one, so I kind of moved us along because I was like, I want to see what everyone else does. I didn't want to dominate the space. So if we can finish the first one and then move on to the second, I'd be down with it. Because we still need to talk to Euphradian folks.
Yes.
So I figure then Gentry would literally have spent pretty much the day there with Helpy, and probably eventually even had his mech Scald arrive to, you know, act like a power plant for the whole for the whole place, and just kind of like doing like the Gundam outside of building, like knuckle on ground seated pose while he's sort of like powering this thing, and eventually when he's called for, he'll go in. All right, you ready to go, John?
Yep, ready to go, and you are, boss.
All right, wish me luck. And he's gonna sit down in, you know, the chair, flip on the transmitter, and reach out to. Basically, I figured like the way that the whole of Euphrates and the Diaspora works is they have a command structure that's designed so that when they leave, they have like a government in exile they work out of. That's probably where he is contacting through.
Right.
It's going to go to as high as he can go. This is Gentry Delan, call sign Obelisk, reaching out to Euphrates, Central Command, Diaspora. Do you read?
There'd be a long silence, about a minute or two. I read you loud and clear. This is Sentinel.
Sentinel. Good to hear. So, we need to talk about what's going on in this planet. Just gonna cover as much ground as I can because of the time delay. So here it goes. And he's basically gonna walk him through everything except for the fact that the dude we killed isn't dead. We're not gonna talk about that. But he will talk about the fact that the whole planet and this whole system is looking at being consumed by, as he would describe it, a gray goose scenario. If we don't get control of this, and he's going to summarize it at the end with just, we need to reach out to command and see if we can't get the Diaspora to loan us ships. We might have a lot of refugees who'll be, I imagine, integrated into Euphrates if necessary. Over. Click.
That is a tall order. I'll see what I can do, but I can make no promises. Over.
Click. Much obliged. I know. Just doing my best. Worst case, we could at very least use some advisement, even if it's just someone who could help them coordinate an evacuation. I know we have to have at least a couple of folks who are good at that. Over.
Roger that. We have plenty of people that can help with communications and plenty of people that can help with transportation. But the problem is finding the resources and the time to land over those things, especially to someone who is in 3 or 4 systems over. Over.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that. Likewise, ETA at arrival for you, Sentinel. Over.
The best ETA I could give you, my friend, is 3 weeks. Over. Standard time. Over.
Off of mic. Shite. Roger that. Be advised, location of meeting might need to be moved. I might not be planet side within those weeks. I will send you modified coordinates once you're in system for the rendezvous. Over.
Acknowledged. Is there anything else I could assist you with this evening? Over.
Just stay safe out there, Protector. Over. And out. And he's going to flip it off. Sort of lean back in the chair and just go, fuck.
So that went not good.
He sort of waves his hand like that, the Masa Menace. Could be worse. We might be able to get a little bit of assistance with the world, getting it ready for evacuation in case of emergency, or at least coordinating it, which would help. And we have another man-at-arms on the way, but he might not be here in time. So we'll see how that goes. Very least, I don't know, having a second hand might help. Thank you, John. This was helpful. That's the best communication I've had with him in a while. He's going to push himself out of the chair. And power grid should be stable once we leave, so we might have some slightly improved performance.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm gonna turn this big sucker off and get everything else back on.
Thank you. And one final thing I figure I should let you know. Out there in the wastes, we stumbled across something big. It's not us who did it, but we found it anyhow. Jom, if you have any aspirations to leaving the system, you might want to consider pursuing them soon.
I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
Right. Well, I'll see you around. If not, I've left Worlds. And, if you're looking to get off World faster than perhaps others, maybe I might be able to score your position now on a communications post in a starship, if you're looking for it.
Hey,
Anyhow.
I'll let you know. I wish you luck out there, whatever it is you're doing.
Thanks, John. Same to you, pal. Have a good one. And he's gonna walk out the door and just sort of whistle for Helpy. We'll come bounding over, and he'll just sort of stand on top of Helpy as they sort of gecko walk back through the town, with the giant mech autopilot walking behind him like Titanfall.
Helpy
Nice.
moves, right?
Hmm?
Helpy moves, like the geckos and...
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. In combat, it's not like an advanced enough AI move. It sort of plants itself and does its job, but like out of combat, it literally moves like the geckos.
Omni.
Hmm?
Omni, how do I order a Helpy Uber? Tell me. Tell me.
You have to get far enough. I think tier 3 Barbarossa to get the autoloader, and you too can have a Helpy.
You could also have the friend, but some people choose not to take it for some reason.
It's true, totally true, 100%. So that was the first one. The second one, I think what he's going to do is he's going to do his best to start poring over. I think he's going to go and see if he can find whatever data he can from, say, I think Shago City is probably like, it is the biggest city in the region, right?
Yeah, it's technically, if you want to be really technical, it's the biggest city in the entire system because there's not really a lot of people living on the other planets. They're not very habitable.
Perfect. If that's the case, then I imagine he would get in Scald and over the next day or two ride out to Shago, and he would do his best to try to scour through as many records as the mayor of Shago would give him access to, for telemetry, for atmospherics, for strange sightings, and basically he is doing his best impression of a conspiracy theorist to track where these bugs might be in the system. And he's doing it the old-fashioned way.
Sounds
So,
good, boss.
alright. I imagine that'd be investigate. Okay. Come on, buddy. You got this. You're actually not bad at it. Investigate.
In the age of mechs and space travel, Arbalist is looking at old newspapers through a viewfinder.
Yep.
Pretty much. Look, the old tech always works. 12.
What's your choice of downtime action once again?
Oh, right, for this one. He is trying to, God, what is it? It's specifically investigate. So for this, that would be a not get organized. Gather information. Yeah, that'd be gather information.
Gather information.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. You're gathering information, so you're poking around about any sort of information you can find about this swarm. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Right. So here's your options. You're going to find what you're looking for, but you have to choose one. You have to leave clear evidence of your rummaging, or you have to dispatch someone or implicate someone innocent to avoid attention.
Alright. I think he's going to go for leaving clear evidence of rummaging. Gentry is... He's not super... despite his giant cannon and his very bombastic method of combat, out of combat, he's not particularly loud. But right now, he's really more focused on haste than he is on covering his tracks. As far as he's concerned, if someone else stumbles on his research, then they might get a heads up on what to expect.
But what if the SSC stumbles on your research and gets wise to what we're doing?
I mean, that's true. Do I kill a man, or person, or implicate someone? Or...
Kill.
You know what? We'll take the second option. He's done worse.
So you are implicating or killing someone, your choice.
We'll say killing someone.
Ooh.
He doesn't leave loose ends.
Goodbye, Jum.
Thankfully, Jom's back at the other place.
So your boots on the ground doing research with this?
Yeah, he literally got in his mech and rode Scald all the way to Shago for this. So he's, I imagine, like in one of their big data centers.
Well,
or something.
you're in Shago right now.
Okay, perfect. If that's the case, then yeah, he's. Sorry, I thought we were in the smaller town. Yeah, no, he would be.
No, we're in Shago.
Okay, there we go. That explains it then. Yeah, no, he would be in like the primary data center of the place. It's like poring over files, literally pulling hard drives, dumping out all the data he can, and parsing through it through like primitive algorithms, using what he can to find what he can. He's basically old school sleuthing it. As old school as you can get in Lancer, anyway.
Okay, so you're basically just like digging through data centers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's gonna be a technician as you're going. Everything went like super smooth. You got the information that you needed, at least files that look like things that you needed. You're gonna have to scrub over them later because you don't have time to just stand around and fucking scrub through everything. But you know you have what you need. And as you turn the corner, there's a technician that's just sort of like looking at you with like a data pad. So it's like slowly backing away, and he's gonna break to run.
I really wish you hadn't done that. And he's going to quickly reach behind him, and out of the harness where he carries the giant can, he's going to reach and grab the sidearm, pull it out, just square up and zam. And, like, sort of eyeball it, and one blast, max neutron radiation to the skull, and polarize the guy's neurons.
You gave him cancer. That's so fucked up.
He wishes. Fun fact about radiation, folks. And one of the scariest parts of it. Radiation at a lower level, that can give you cancer. That can break your cells down over the course of a couple weeks. Enough radiation, that depolarizes your neurons. And your neurons' polarization is the electricity that carries what makes you through your nervous system.
Oh god.
So...
Instantaneous death, basically.
Pretty much. I just ran a magnet over his hard drive.
Yep. Like when you put a magnet up to the old TVs and your parents screamed at you really loud.
Pretty much, yeah.
You did that when they were kids, they didn't know any better.
or did that to like or you did it to like a DVD or an old VHS where you ran a powerful magnet over it and you're like, oh no, it's all white and snowy now. And unfortunately, yeah, Arbalest would zam him and watch him drop to the ground and just sort of walk up. I am so sorry, kid. That was... You didn't deserve that. But, he sort of leans down. Well, at least make it peaceful. And he's gonna break his neck, so that he's not just brain dead. And, stand up. Sorry.
Can't think of a worse way to go. To, like, literally just break somebody's mind to the point where they can only just, like, see things and can't fathom anything, and then they just get, like, killed after that. That's fucking awful.
Yeah. He just sort of stands up and... Fuck, man, this job. And he's just gonna walk through the door. I figure after that he would stop by the mayor's and just sort of knock on the door. You need to.
Mayor's gonna come to the door because it's really late and he's like wearing pajamas. What?
I was investigating a bug problem, trying to be discreet about it. Unfortunately, one of your technicians was in the data center. You're gonna have to have someone clean that up, or it's gonna get all over the news. I'm sorry. If I have to, I'll do it myself, but I figured you'd want to know. Prosecute me if you have to, after this is done.
There was no other way. You couldn't have just incriminated him in the meantime or something. You know how much paperwork I'm gonna have to do because of this shit?
Yeah, I know. He was
You're
young.
gonna go back there and clean it up yourself. He's gonna close the door.
Not a young man just died or anything. I'm gonna have to do paperwork.
Yeah. He nods as the door closes. He goes back. gathers the body.
To be fair, in his defense, he doesn't know who you killed, so it's like...
Right, no, it's fair. So, Arbalest is going to go back, take the body, wrap it in the same type of shawl that he wears, take it out into the wastes with Scald in the mech, and once he gets a good 20-something miles from the city, into a nice little sand dune as it's night out, he's going to get out the mech's hand and have it sort of shovel a bunch of dirt out, put the body in. You rest in the stars so we can fight on the ground. Sorry. You did good. You didn't deserve it. Your Fradian people thank you. He's gonna just sort of like rest his hand on his head and just close his eyes. Alright, Scald. Send him away. And Scald is going to reach its arm up, and it's going to expand, and then zam, and he's going to discharge the charged particle cannons until there's nothing there but glass. And then Scald is going to take the hand, retract it back, and then pour the sand back over the grave. That's going to be in my conscience forever. And he's going to get in the mech and glide off.
Okay. Okay, well, that's the end of your downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go over
Way to be a bummer on me, jeez.
That was heavy.
I thought after you shot that guy, you were gonna say, "Oops, sorry, kid, my bad."
My bad, lol.
He was like, "Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry."
Sorry for the brain death, kiddo.
Oopsie daisy.
Nothing
Totally on
personnel,
me.
Kiddo.
Sucks to suck, kid. Just dodge, forehead. Like. Alright, that's me, guys. He's gonna spend the rest of the night parsing over that data. He's probably not gonna be able to sleep.
Rip.
Yeah.
Okay. Leviathan. Arkin.
Okay. I'm going to try and bring some more awareness to the bug problem. If you recall, there is a movie being filmed on this planet. So I was thinking I'd go over there and use my influence to convince them to add a little note about that at the end credits. You know, they'll like thank whatever planet they're on and, you know, note some stuff about the planet.
Mm. Very smart.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say you're attempting to do? You're trying to like talk people into like making this an awareness film rather than like a blockbuster fun movie kind of summary thing.
Yeah. You know, documentaries are all the rage right now.
I guess that would be another Get Connected role.
Think so.
Talking
Also, we can make more money off the donations.
Yay.
Exactly. That's gonna be 16 total.
Your contact will help you, but you've got to do a favor or make good on a promise afterwards. So,
Okay.
I'm assuming you're talking to the director of this film.
Yeah. So, you see, this is a very serious issue that I feel like you should address in your movie because people love that stuff right now. They're all about wanting to feel like they're helping in some way, and watching your movie will make them feel like they're helping, even though they're not. They're just putting money in your pocket. You know, it'll it'll make them feel like, you know, they're doing their part. Win-win for both you and your audience.
Yeah. You know what? I really do like the idea of tone-deaf representation. It's one of my favorite things to do because it honestly makes me the most money.
Exactly.
But You're gonna need to do something for me because it's a big ask. Because I'm gonna have to like change things around, change the mood of the film, have the editors change a bunch of shit. You know how that is.
I'm very flattered, but I simply don't have the time to star in this movie. But
Well, wouldn't necessarily be that. It would be you drawing up support with your following to get attention to this movie to begin with.
that's perfect. I just released a space cast about this issue, so I can segue into that with the next one. I can have another guest. I have tons of ideas.
That'd be great. But
We'll get
any sort of
sponsors.
donations from here on, I want 50%.
About 25%. I mean, you're already going to be making money off the movie. I'm going to be doing most of the legwork.
Yeah, but I gotta pay a bunch of guys, and I gotta get another nice ship because I owe myself that much as a gift for all the trouble I'm going through to make this wonderful movie. He says as everybody else is doing really hard work.
Fine, but I want to thank you and a mention in the credits.
Oh yeah, don't worry. You'll be the first person mentioned in the credits.
Perfect.
Aside from the director, the producers, the casting.
You'll be the first person mentioned after the other important people. No, I'm kidding. Sounds like we got a deal.
Perfect.
So you got your funding and you got your awareness, but half of the money is going into the pocket of the director.
Arkin doesn't really see this as a problem. It's like, I'm doing my part. Doing what they asked me to do. I'm probably working harder than anyone else in this crew right now.
You're so right.
Me coughing up fucking topaz dust in a mine 3 miles beneath the surface of the planet.
Meanwhile, I'm being like handed lemonade on a movie set while some intern holds an umbrella over me. Just like, I am truly the hardest working person
Truly.
anyone has ever known. There's this influencer on TikTok who's going viral because she was complaining about how she works so hard. She got off work at 5:15 p.m. being an influencer. I feel like Arkin is having those vibes right now. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Being
Man, I'm
alive
gonna have
is
to.
so hard.
I'm gonna have to look that up after this. That's just
That's awful.
the
Yeah.
only
Same.
possible out for that one, aside from just it would be if like she was a literal child or like college age.
No, she's
How
a
fucking
fully
old-
grown adult woman, and I'm pretty sure being an influencer is her full-time job, so...
Nah, she can fuck
like-
off.
How
Does
old is she?
Does she start at 5?
I think like late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Okay, no, you should fucking
Yeah.
know at that point how the real world works. That's no.
My job's so hard, I just have to lie about a product that I don't actually give a shit about.
I think you guys don't even understand what affiliate marketing is.
The only thing I'm affiliating is filling your mouth with my fist. Nice. That was good. That was pretty good. That was pretty smooth.
Since that went a lot faster than I thought, can I also say that Arkin's going to go have a new mech made? I'll decide the mech later, but she'll go, start
Yeah,
getting
absolutely.
that set up.
That's something that you just gotta be like, hey, I want this printed. Just like, oh.
You,
Oh, you're gonna have to
You
talk
there.
to Shay,
Print
so that's
this for
gonna
me.
be a treat.
Oh,
That's gonna be a treat for everybody.
my favorite person.
You see, I'm like working on probably fixing up something from Reichard's mech because he's just generally the mechanic. He's like hanging from one of the little parts of the mech from his feet, and he's just like reaching up and under, fixing something, and he sees you. Oh, hello, love. Can I help you with something?
Yes, you there, Spano. I need your help building something.
You're calling
the
him
fuck?
Spano? The disrespect.
Who the fuck you think you're talking to, you wee shite?
I need a new mech.
Oh! And I need a third arm.
I'll pay you for it, obviously.
Oh, would you?
Money's no problem.
In exposure.
I just had a very successful campaign fundraiser, so, you know, it's no issue paying you.
Oh my god.
Good for you, I suppose. He says he started clambering down from the mech. He's gonna, like, dust himself off and clean himself off on a rag as he walks up to a terminal. Can I see your licenses?
You know I have licenses.
Yeah, and I want to see him fucking smite with me.
And I have good licenses too. Let
They're
me
good
just,
ones.
The best licenses. Fine, here you go. Don't get them all grimy.
Oh no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't want a pleb handle in your things, would you? It says he took it and he made sure he grabbed it with his greasiest, nastiest, oiliest hand, and he could take it and put it into the system.
You.
Lovely.
I'll get it to you by tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe.
Depends if I'm in a good mood or not.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a good mood.
Isn't that a crazy thought? You never see me in a good mood.
Most typically people are excited and happy to see me.
I don't even know who you are. He's like started punching a bunch of things up.
We've been through this before. I'm Arkin. You know,
Some B-list
don't-
actress, yeah.
B-list actress. I was the star of Hypersleeping Beauty.
Which was a B movie. Actually, maybe a C movie if you're being honest.
Just make my mech.
Sure. Farkin. Farkin, I like that. I'm gonna call you Farkin from now on. You Farkin idiot. That's funny.
I don't even know what your name is, otherwise I would make an equally funny joke.
Shay, or Sparrow if we're going by call signs.
Shit.
you
Well,
think
I
of
don't have
something funny for
time to
Sparrow?
make...
Oh no, I'll wait. We got plenty of time. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Actually, I've got a prior engagement that I have to do.
Is that going home and thinking of a funny insult for me? If so, take your time. I'll be here all evening.
I don't think anything I can think of is PC.
Oh, I'm the least PC person you'll ever meet.
So,
Arkin
I'll
just
be
comes
back
back.
for my mech. Go back
Arkin-
5 hours later.
Where's my mech, gay?
Okay.
That's the joke I was thinking of, but I'm like, that's the
Shame,
only
we're like gay.
rhyme I could think of.
Your gay castmates will give you the gay pass for this one time, Natalie.
Yes, I do give you the gay pass.
We all collectively speak for the LGBT community. You can have it this one time.
This is Arkin saying this.
A lot of gay people do like to
Hey,
speak on
more
behalf of
like
the entire
gay.
community.
That is very true. Nick is correct.
She said
Okay.
the insult.
Oh! Wow! That must have taken like firing on all 4 cylinders to get that one out. I'll be waiting here when you come up with something that's genuinely impressive.
Well, you'll be waiting a long time.
Oh, I know. I'm a patient man. Probably the most patient. And just snort, farking.
No, God, now I have to think of a better joke.
That's your actual downtime action.
Right.
How can I make fun of Sparrow? Okay, that means we're over to Suki.
Yes, and Derek, because we're taking our action together.
Okay.
As long as Derek is so cool with that.
For sure.
Okie doke. So I think we're both going to be getting creative.
I have a question.
And-
Is the
Yes.
ship operational yet?
It is.
We're on the ship.
Okay.
I'm on a boat.
So, Suki, you'd find like in the very like core central part of this ship, there's been like this special part that's put away as like a workshop for NHPs, set up with like all the makeshift forms of equipment that my people would normally use that I like jury rigged up. And yeah, as you like come in, it's all like dark and shit with like a few select like lights along the floor in this big orb. There's this large central like containment system, and I'm currently like combining all of the topaz into one huge, massive, like flawless gem through bullshittery future tech.
Yuki has a duffel bag full of tech and like a codex tablet in hand that she's looking at as she steps out. She's gonna stop and looks around the workshop. So are we building an NHP, or are you gonna blow up the planet with that thing?
What do you think I'm doing?
That does nothing to answer my question.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
All right, fair.
I figured
this?
Well, I just figured that if we're going to be developing an NHP superweapon, we might as well put all of our eggs into one basket.
I'll be right back. Keep it.
Yeah. I'm going to be making... I believe what mortals would call it some sort of god computer. An NHP with the capacity to pilot this ship and control its systems, minimizing our need for a physical crew, and also capable of using itself as a weaponry to be focused through our weapons systems. Eventually. Right now we'll be using old ballistics, I imagine, but given enough time, I believe I'll be able to reverse engineer the very equipment and weapons that my people use, and I think that Shiva, as I'm going to call her, Shiva may be the link for that.
Zuki would nod as she listened. All right. Well, let's get started.
There's something you should know before we do. Making this is not as easy as it was to create Leon, for instance. I needed a specific piezoelectric type of crystal because it's the right frequency resonance on the lower end. That is to say, Shiva will be fueled by negative emotion. We will have to be able to send her into Cascade at will. Legion was an experiment, a proof of concept, and I think I proved it right. Shiva may not exist as a person in the way that you and I and Leon do. Life may be torment for her. This...
Oh, first of all, red topaz, that's a bit extra, don't you think? Quartz would have done just as fine. Secondly, why don't we start with splitting her into partitions?
That could work, but we have to be very careful. Any breaks in the actual structure itself, the partitions will leak.
I could do something with my nanobots to keep that from happening. So we can drop all our gear over on the table and start helping get to work. So how are we gonna roll this, Nick?
He is not back yet.
Oh, Nick's not back? Okay. I guess we shall continue to roleplay amongst ourselves.
He is back now. Making a god computer, Nick.
Yeah, we were talking about nerd stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. God can
Nanomachines, son. And piezoelectric
nanomachines, son.
Jokes
You're
on
goddamn
you,
insane.
crystals.
Jokes on you, Derek. I know what piezoelectricity is.
Hell yeah, I do too, because I have to fucking work on aircraft.
Lol, he said. Lamau.
Mean.
Yeah, I used to do biomed tech, so
Oh, cool.
yeah.
You're batshit insane. Okay, did you make a roll for it yet?
No.
We're trying to ask what we need to roll, if we're gonna roll together, if one of us is gonna roll, if we're gonna make multiple checks. Like, how's this gonna?
You're gonna roll. You're the one
I'm
that
g-
initiated it.
Okay.
And then we'll add a d6 to it, since Derek's helping.
Okay, so that'll be. My hacker fix is +4, so that'll be d20, d6, and then +4.
Let's fucking
22!
go!
Yeah!
Way
Very
to
nice.
go. Good stuff.
You finish your project before the next mission, but if it's especially complex, this seems especially complex.
It
so,
is.
Yeah, I would say so.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to treat this as a 10 or a 19, but you're only going to choose one thing. So you make progress on it, but you're not going to quite finish it. So you can finish it during your next downtime without rolling, but you need to choose one of the things of the following and listen closely. Quality materials, which you have, so that's ignored. Specific knowledge or techniques. Specialized tools, or a good workspace. So it looks like it's going to be specific knowledge or techniques and specialized tools.
Yeah,
One of the
neither of us have worked on NHPs.
I have.
that
I made
are-
Leon.
Didn't get to finish, you fuck.
Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say that are designed to move in and out of Cascade on command, so this is gonna take some finagling from the two of us.
Yeah. So you like I said, you can finish it during the next downtime without rolling, but you're probably gonna have to acquire some knowledge in the meantime, which is, I'm not gonna make you roll for that, so don't even sweat it.
Okay.
As you're sort of coming to terms with the fact that you're gonna need to do some research before finishing this thing, you're gonna get a buzz from your good friend Shay.
Yeah.
Hey, love. Called you love because you can't hit me from here. Ha! Get fucked. But I found that rat of yours that you was looking for.
Did you?
Yeah, his name's Dutch.
Beg your pardon.
His name's Dutch. He's back in Banwick.
Interesting.
So, what do you want me to do? Ice the guy?
No.
10k? He's outside the city. I had to go all the way fucking out here to Banwick.
No, sit on it.
Sit on what?
I'm busy right now. Don't tell anybody else that, and I'll figure out what I want to do.
Well, you better pay me first, and then I won't tell anybody. How's that?
I'll pay you half, alright?
Which is 5,000.
Yeah. An incentive for you not to tell anybody until I make up my mind.
Good, I can get started drinking with somebody else's money. My favorite thing to do.
Roll her eyes. She's gonna pay him 5k.
I heard you roll your eyes.
Your servos are loud, Missy.
Sounded like a marble rolling around in a fucking brass tuba. Alright, I'll keep an eye on him then.
Yeah, I'll send it in a minute.
I'm waiting. I need to pay my tab.
Should just hang up on him. Can I use the station for a minute? Gesture to Reichard.
What for?
It's not important. Suki's gonna send him the money, but she's also gonna include a small virus that makes him get really inappropriate and obnoxious ads on his phone.
Nice.
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 Rude. Why you gotta do my man like that?
The dissenting voice after all the nice. Nice. Rude.
Okay.
After that, did you ever write that program that I told you to do for Leon?
Yes.
She could roll her hand over. Did he find anybody?
I don't know. You can ask him.
Leon?
What?
Who'd you find?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you figure out who Fencer's rat is?
No, ma'am, I did not. I don't
Then-
technically have the information I need to gather such information.
Yeah, I wrote the algorithm. I didn't really know what else to do. You know, that's all you really told me to do.
Oh, okay.
I
What do
had
you
Topaz to mind.
What do you need, Leon?
Did you not just...
What
Never mind.
information do you need to run the algorithm?
I have the algorithm and it's been running, and I currently have found nothing.
Let me know when you do.
Very well.
What do you think Shiva will want to destroy first?
As long
Suki?
as it's not one of us, I'm not particularly concerned.
I am a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. We are effectively making an all-powerful entity capable of moving a frigate through slip space. I think it will probably see me as its creator, as long as I don't do anything abjectly wrong by her, but I would be a bit concerned for the three of you.
Why is that?
Remember when I said that we're making it to where life is torment for her? She may have a hard time seeing between friend and foe at times.
That's what the partitions are for.
Locking them away will only suffice for so long. Eventually we'll run out of partitions.
No, we'll just have to cycle her more regularly than an average NHP.
Cycling something like this while it's in control of a ship is asking for trouble.
And then we detach it from the ship. Don't we hold an extraneous kill switch? That makes you feel better?
Yes, I think so. I get the button though.
Yeah. Alright, hotshot.
I'm making it after all.
So he's gonna look at him like, yeah, you're doing this all by yourself, aren't you?
Not all by himself, no. But he does smirk at you.
Only like 99% yourself and the other 1%'s Leon. I see how it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gave us some helpful nanites. Those are good, you know.
That's the only thing Suki does.
When all of a sudden,
Okay,
we do good.
I'm good with whatever Derek wants to do for his time.
I thought that was my downtime action.
You didn't roll anything though. How are we doing this, Nick?
What do you mean?
Does Derek have anything left to do?
Not particularly, no.
Oh, okay.
He just aided in the action, so... And you rolled it,
Facilitated
so...
Yay!
Okay, unless you guys have any minor things that you would want to do roleplay-wise, that'll be it for the session, so...
Okay.
Speak now, forever hold your piss.
Leon,
What
you
about
nasty
Leo?
creature. Leon's supposed to be finding the rat.
Yeah, he's working on it. There's not much you can do. It's not like you could speed it up. He's working in his own progress.
Am I not allowed to know before the end of the session?
No.
Got him.
Why not? That would be a good cliffhanger. That would be a good fucking cliffhanger. What do you mean I'm not allowed to know?
It's a better cliffhanger to leave you wondering who it's gonna be.
Cold-blooded. Respect. Sigma Male Grinds.
No, I think you just haven't decided.
No, I already have decided.
Damn.
And I've
Oh,
thought
then
about
tell me, god damn it.
it. No, anyways, hey, Derek, thank you for having me, man. It's been
Oh,
a blast
hell yeah.
running Lancer again.
Thank you, man. I love this game. You did such a good
I do
job.
too.
So much
Oh,
fun.
thank you.
Hell yeah. I can't wait to see the culmination of making a non-human god person. That's gonna be fucking cool. And also, I get to pilot my morning cloak next time, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Cloak time, baby.
We cloaking boys. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you to my fellow players for playing. Thank you once again to Red for running it. Let's go around the circles. Natalie, where can people find you?
Here every Saturday, either playing Moody, which is 5e, and Lancer, or on alternating Saturdays, Covet Syndicate. This Wednesday on this channel, we'll be playing Mouse Guard with all these awesome people.
Oh, yeah.
And Thursday on Red's channel, Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, hell yeah.
That means this upcoming Saturday, Covet Syndicate.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm on Twitter at LedZozoBeans, and that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Natalie. Much love. Much appreciated, as always.
That was an awesome session. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have not laughed that hard in so long, dude.
You stole the fucking show.
That was so
Seriously. We're just
Oh,
giving a round of
Should,
applause. That was so good, that whole segment.
Need to have Arkin do more publicity, things like that.
Yeah, that was good. All right. Elise.
Hi friends, I'm Elise. You can find me at Illustrate on Twitter or at Queen of Swords for D&D content. And I will be running a grand opening event coming up soon, so go follow me on at Queen of Swords on Twitter if you want to keep up with some really cool D&D stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And these are going to be like player accessories, like custom character sheets, journals, and then I'll be incorporating other things into my shop.
Oh,
Awesome.
dude, hell yeah, that's
Time
awesome.
Mhm.
Sick. Well, thank you, Elise. Much appreciated. Much love as always. Thank you for being here. Very fun.
For having me.
Oh, yeah. Omni.
Hello, everyone. I'm the Last Omnitech, your favorite robot American. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. You guys can catch me on DMDM Studios every Saturday around the same time slot, more or less. We'll be, if not on Lancer, then on Covet Syndicate, as with everyone else here. You guys can also catch me on Thursdays on Redemption VA's channel. I'll either be on Cyberpunk or on the Call of Cthulhu game, which Derek runs on there. Alakazam's channel every Wednesday. And then finally, on my channel, at 10:30 a.m. EST, Thursdays and Saturdays, doing the Breakfast Club on Thursdays, where we all hang out, chat, talk about what's going on in the TTRPG community, including some hot button issues. I just had a really big one just yesterday, which I'm going to probably actually save the VOD for, because it's kind of a big topic. And Saturdays, I do the Stellar Forge, where we do world building and actively work on planning the campaigns and role-playing games I'll be releasing in the future, including a legacy campaign I'll be running on this channel at some point, which is Legacy First Run. So keep an eye out. Other than that, I genuinely don't know what's in the future for me, because this week is my last week working at Publix, and after that I'm free! I will be untethered, and my power will know no bounds, and I will work full-time as a streamer, and I have no idea what the future holds. So keep an eye out. New schedule coming. Games for sure on my channel. Probably starting a couple of folks here as well if I can get them on. So that's me.
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for being here, Omni. So much love, so much appreciation as always.
It's always a pleasure, buddy.
Can't wait to see your new full-time career making content creation, where that takes you, and support you along the way, man. Super hyped.
Thank you, buddy. I'm so ready.
Hell yeah.
You deserve it.
100%.
Thank you, guys.
Red, the man of the hour, the game
Oh.
master.
That is me. I am the master of games. I am red, one of the 3 primary colors. I am a content creator here on Twitch, Redemption VA, and I'm on Twitter at VA Redemption. I am making a lot of different things at once. Hey, the music you're listening to right now, I made that. A lot of the NPCs, I drew them. The game, I ran that. Yeah, all sorts of things. And right now, I am currently working on making my own game. Honestly, it's like a lot of people I know are just like, hey, I made my own game. It's just like, fuck you, you're an inspiration. I'm making one too. So
Hell yeah.
that's what I'm in the process of doing. And keep up with that. I have written... Let me just pull up the Google Doc. Actually, I have it open. Isn't that crazy? What's my word count? I have written 6,000 words worth of rules over the past 3 days.
Wow.
And I'm very excited to put out playtests and stuff like that. Yes, the card game is still in the works. It's just I wanted to do something a little smaller before I jumped into the deep end of making 300 cards, because that's a lot of dedication, a lot of art, blah blah blah. But like I said,
As for the usual, Nick's doing the writing, I'm doing the art. So we're working together on that.
It's gonna be amazing stuff.
I'm doing the rules writing. Alicia's gonna help me with the story writing and stuff like that as well, because this Lona Frontier Foundation is the name of the book.
Nice.
It's something that we've created through private roleplay over a long time. I think it's been 1.5 years, 2 years since whenever we started playing Starfinder, long time ago. But
yeah, we started it with Starfinder in our private home game.
Yes, and we're gonna make it into its own game. This is probably what I'm gonna be doing for NaNoWriMo. I got a lot of people that want to collaborate with me. Fair warning in advance if you want to collaborate with me. I'm open to collaborations, but gotta be busy as fuck. So you're probably gonna be doing 60 to 70% of the work. I'm just saying. I'll do my best to keep up, but I'm currently on a collab and blah blah blah.
Well, the fun part is we're gonna be starting a new game studio and new socials and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. So Red's gonna be very fucking busy because I'm gonna be running that too, and I'm gonna be running that. Yeah, no, it's gonna be busy, but it's worth it. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do full-time content creation, just like my buddy Omni here is doing, and I figured it's like exercising. If you have somebody else doing it with you, it's a lot easier. So Omni's doing his full-time stuff. I'm gonna be doing full-time right with him. So
hell yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Solidarity all the time.
Oh well, I cannot wait to see what becomes of it, man. You are an absolute Giga Chad. You are so dedicated to everything that you do, so I know that it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And with Elise in your corner, it's going to be shaking the world,
Beautiful.
dude. Fuck yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful book.
I cannot wait, man. Well, thank you, Rad. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you for running it. So much fun. So much love. So much appreciation to all of y'all. Everybody in chat. Stick around. We're going to be raiding into MC Ninja Kitten. Longtime supporter of the channel. I think she is literally the first person that ever raided into the channel back when I was just doing content creation streams last year. So let's make some noise and support her when we get there. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, you can catch more of us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with Heart of an Empire, A Legend of Five Rings, 4th edition actual play Samurai Sunday's return.
Samurai Sunday.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I'm so
That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
I can't wait to catch these.
Oh man, I'm so fucking hyped. It's gonna be so good. So catch that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Death Roll at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, a high-level Spelljammer campaign set in a realm set aside for death. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Catch us live on 6 p.m. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we got The Frontier, a Mouse Guard actual play hosted by your boy, The Last Omnitect, right up there. So don't miss that. On Thursday, I just realized I'm running out of time. Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch me running Call of Cthulhu Under the Jade Sky over at twitch.tv/redemptionva. Don't miss that. It is a great old time. It is a blast. On Friday, we are doing a one-shot of a game called Kobolds that the Burnt Coin is going to be hosting. And I'm out of time. Good night, everybody. I love you. Covet next Saturday.